from Carson Park in Eau Claire, Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference football. And tonight, it's the Chippewa Falls Cardinals scoring off against the Eau Claire North Huskies. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Bradovich, joined up in the booth by former Eau Claire Memorial head coach Dave Sparger and Spargs. Eau Claire North Huskies won again last week, so they're 3-1 overall, 2-0 in the Big Rivers Conference. Going up against Chippewa Falls that we saw in week one, a non-conference win at home over Holman. Now Chi-High has dropped 3 in a row, although those have all been close games. Chi-High is 0-2 in the Big Rivers Conference, so this game has a lot of meaning for both teams.
Yeah, it sure does. I mean, you're, like you said, 2-0, 0-2. This could catapult North into that playoff talk. I mean, just like that, they could be 3-0 and sitting pretty nice for the playoff run. And for Chippewa, just the opposite. This could almost take them out of that playoff run if they drop to 1-4 with a tough schedule still remaining for them also. So, like you said, there's a lot riding on this one tonight.
Last year, this matchup was at Torrey Field in Chippewa Falls. It was the Cardinals beating the Huskies 42-14. A lot has changed since then. North has played pretty good football ever since. And Sparks, you take away that week one loss down at La Crosse Central and the Huskies really hurt themselves with mistakes. The key ever since has been playing mistake-free football. They did it a couple weeks ago. We saw them last in a win over Eau Claire Memorial. They did it last week up in Superior.
Yeah, up in Superior, they blanked them. They went 20-0. That's, like you said, their program has just turned around so nice this year. It's a balanced offensive attack led by Peyton McCracken, who's got 6 touchdowns and only 1 interception. He's averaging 133 yards a game throwing the football. And we thought that was kind of a deficit of North last year. They were just unable to be balanced. They just couldn't seem to get that passing attack going. Well, that's not the case this year. Peyton McCracken does a great job of running that offense, getting that ball flung around in the air if he needs to, and then, it makes them much more balanced and much more of a threat. And obviously they're able to keep the ball more. We talked a little bit to North coaches about the fact that the offense is able to stay on the field this year, and which helps the defense and such. And, boy, you just see all the benefits helping that North team. And, sitting at 3-1, what a great start for them.
McCracken really has been a revelation, a first-year starter, just a junior, but he's run that offense and looked decisive in doing it. He's got a couple good targets as well. Travion Johnson, the 6'2", 180-pound senior, is the leading receiver, 14 catches, 187 yards. You also have Carter Burns on the other side, who's a sure-handed guy who's got some wheels, and Aaron Solberg in the slot. So, again, and you touched on it, Spargs, much more diverse offense this year for the Huskies.
Yeah, that pass game, we kind of keep going back to it, but the run game is stout. I mean, Cameron Olson's already got 540 yards. Well, if you can run that, he's looking at a 1,000-yard season. And if you can pound the football, it makes that play action and makes that pass just that much more effective. And you brought it up. You got Burns, Solberg, Johnson. Well, how about Brady Jensen with 3 touchdown catches? And that's just something that offense has got, is 4 guys that can catch the football and a great running back in Cameron Olson. Again, diversity is just what's paying off for them.
Chippewa Falls has been in every game, even though the record says 1-3. They lost to some pretty solid teams, lost at D.C. Everest, also lost to Hudson, lost to Menominee, but those 3 losses by a combined total of 23 points. When we saw Chi-High week 1 against Holman, it was the first time in the Chuck Rakovich era as head coach that he didn't put his quarterback under center. I'll be curious to see what Rako does tonight against North. Does he try to shorten the game and run that double wing and keep the ball on the ground, or does he let Mason Von Hayden, the quarterback, open things up a little bit?
Yeah, I tell you what, I've got some sources that tell me that he's gone back to that traditional double wing. His first 2 games of the season was all spread, no double wing. Finally, game 3, he went back into his traditional offense, would break from it. Again, he would still spread things out, but he got back into that double wing. And last week against Menominee, it was predominantly the double wing. So it was kind of the thing where Rako, I guess, has decided that he kind of misses that and has gone back to that in his playbook. So, with much success as they had against North last year running the football, I would not be surprised if Chi-High does not come out double tight, double wing, and try to run it right out of the gate.
Today's pregame show is brought to you by Asher Exteriors. Call Asher's for your free, no-obligation estimate at 888-GO-ASHER or visit goasher.com. That is goasher.com. Get off the ladder and get gutter helmet with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Trust the experts on your most valuable asset, your home. Give them a call today at 888-GO-ASHER. It is senior night here at Carson Park, so the Eau Claire North seniors being introduced along with their selected staff member. Always a nice gesture when the high school teams do that and honor not only the seniors but the faculty as well. Let's talk a little bit about the defensive side of the ball. Eau Claire North, we saw them play some really good defense in that win 2 weeks ago against Eau Claire Memorial, and of course they're coming off that shutout up at Superior last week. They're solid up front. They've got some size in the line. The linebackers are all mobile, and the defensive backs are really good. Maddox Gertz is maybe one of the better defensive backs in the entire BRC. This is a group that, we saw some signs of it last year, but they've taken that next step, and they have a potential of being a really good defense. But as you talked about Chi-High and what they're starting to do offensively, they'll get a test tonight.
Yeah, and I think you go back to what North's strength is, and I would go with you. That's secondary. Memorial tried to throw the football, was not very successful against them. North came up with some big picks at crucial times. Last week they pitched a shutout, and you're right. Definitely one of the biggest strengths for North Huskies is that secondary, and then not forgetting how good those linebackers and D linemen have been playing too. But, boy, when you can control that pass game, you've got nothing but worry about the run. You can come after them.
Chippewa Falls, the defense has kept the Cardinals in all the games this year. I think the strength there is the linebackers. You're looking at guys like Jackson Martin, Brett Christa. But I go back to that week one. The reason Holman got back in the game is that they were dedicated to the run, and they just kept pounding and pounding and pounding, and Chi-I had some issues in stopping Holman on that night. Right now, it's our national anthem from Carson Park, played by the Eau Claire North Pep Band. Tonight's matchup between the Cardinals and Huskies, one of 4 games in the Big Rivers Conference. Eau Claire Memorial, 1-3 overall, 0-2 in the conference, making the trip to River Falls. Surprisingly, also 0-2. River Falls thought to be one of the contenders for the BRC title this season. Wildcats are 2-2. That game going on at Raymer Field on the UW River Falls campus. The other game of the night in the BRC, besides the one we're at, is Hudson at Menominee. Both those teams 2-0 in the Big Rivers. Hudson is 3-1 overall. Menominee is 4-0. New Richmond is also 4-0 overall, 2-0 in the conference. Tigers get a home game against Superior. And Spargs, if you look at North and you kind of touched on the Huskies having a chance to get themselves in that playoff conversation, tough one tonight, and then they have to get into that meat grinder of the season and take on the New Richmonds and the River Falls and the Menominees. It's going to get tougher from here on out, so you got an opportunity in front of you tonight if you're the North Huskies.
Yeah, and that's all they've been looking forward to for the last few years, trying to build this program is, hey, get us this opportunity with their, this year. This is their opportunity to make it. But again, Brad, you brought it up. 1-3 versus 3-1, and boy, on paper you're thinking, all right, 3-1, they should handle this, boy. But Chippewa, again, they had the meat grinder the last 3 weeks. They've had very, very good teams to play against. And, again, only lost to them by about a touchdown each one of those. If you look at North's record, they've kind of had the easier schedule to start out the season. So you really want to see where you fit in this conference. Tonight will tell you.
Eau Claire North is ranked 14th in the Zaleski Sports Division I poll, and that's all based on the computer model, very similar to what the WIAA uses to determine the playoff field. But I think if you talk to anybody on the North staff, that's the last thing that they're concerned about. I mean, it in a way, it shows where this program has gone in the last couple of years, and it's a credit to all the hard work put in. At the same time, hey, it's about what happens between the lines on a Friday night. Auto, home, business, or workers' insurance, it's all under one roof at Potter Agency Insurance. That is Potter Agency Insurance on Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire. Chippewa Falls in the white jerseys, the black numerals, the black helmets, red trim on the jerseys. Eau Claire North Huskies in their home Columbia blue jerseys with the black numerals, the black pants, and the black helmets. Aaron Solberg and Travion Johnson back deep for the Huskies. Ethan Fashionbauer to kick it off for the Cardinals. And we are underway from Carson Park. Solberg on the return. Gets it across the 20. Taken down there. Good coverage by that Chi-High kick coverage team. Here's the Eau Claire North Huskies offense. Up front, Keaton Mondo, Ethan Knudsen, Bryce Heinbuch, Clay Lazinski, Caden Harrison. Peyton McCracken, the junior, is the quarterback. His wide receivers are Travion Johnson, Carter Burns, and Aaron Solberg. The H-back is Brady Jensen. The running back, Cam Olson, who is wearing number 0 tonight instead of his normal number 20. Huskies will put Burns wide left, Solberg in the slot left, Travion Johnson to the right. The running back is Cam Olson. 1st and 10 Huskies from their own 25. McCracken on the roll, will throw over the middle, it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Brady Jensen, he was well covered.
Yeah, a little play action there, try to catch Chippewa off guard, but Jackson Martin for the Cardinals, he was all over that little fullback out in the slip, and so he was well covered.
2nd and 10 for the Huskies. Defense for the Cardinals up front, Austin Schmidt, Nolan Pasola, Braden Hagman, linebackers Wesley Tanzer, Isaiah Bainan, Jackson Martin, Brett Christa. Along the back end, A.J. McNamara, Carter Bovey, Jack Zwiefelhofer, and Brennan Crawford. 2nd and 10 North from its own 25. Handoff, Cam Olson slips a bit. Pushes forward for a short gain.
Yeah, that slip cost them there. There might have been a little seam there, but with that little slip, that kind of closed in a hurry. So that's going to leave a 3rd and 7 here for the Huskies.
Line of scrimmage, the north 28-yard line. That's one of the reasons the Huskies got out to that 3-1 start is that they haven't been behind the chains very much. Looking at a 3rd and 7 here. McCracken throwing right, it's intercepted. Down the sideline, it's going to be a pick 6 for the Cardinals. Jack Zwiefelhofer on the pick.
Well, he just sat on that stick route right there. All the Huskies were trying to do was hook up at the sticks for the first down, and Zwiefelhofer was all over that. He anticipated it, kind of baited him into throwing that. He stepped right in front for an easy pick 6. What a great read right there.
Here's Luke McIntyre for the PAT. Kick is on the way, and it is good. 11:03 remaining first quarter. Chippewa Falls 7, Eau Claire North 0. The Chi-High kickoff is coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Lasting Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
The majority of the milk delivered to schools in Eau Claire and central Wisconsin happens with locally owned Blue Northern Distribution. Now is your chance to join the team at Blue Northern. Hiring for drivers in Eau Claire and Sparta. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Chi High strikes first. Defense leading to offense. Interception return by Jack Zwiefelhofer. The PAT by Luke McIntyre, and Chi High up 7-0.
I'll give credit to that Chi High coaching staff. They obviously saw something on film where the Huskies like to sit on that first down stick for a quick hit, and he was all over it.
Kick by Fashingbauer. Comes down to Solberg. Solberg has got a lot of room over the 40. He's taken down. Good field position for the Huskies as they begin their second drive of the football game.
Yeah, big return right there for the Huskies. A little momentum boost after that tough pick six. Great way to get that back to your offense, get them a better field position. And like you said, Brad, they're not used to being behind the sticks. That's something the Huskies have got to do better here. This series is kind of get that 4 yards, first down type of mentality.
Okay, Sparks, if you're an assistant coach now for North working with the offense, how do you get Peyton McCracken to just get back to executing the game plan now and kind of shaking off that INT?
Well, I think it goes back to that run game. You got to get Cam Olsen more involved. That first 3 plays, 2 of them were passes. Let's see if the Huskies get back to giving Cam the football.
Johnson in motion.
And that's an incomplete pass. That's an incomplete pass.
You're exactly right. Good call, Sparks. They wanted to run that jet sweep action. The ball was snapped to McCracken, who threw it forward to the wide receiver coming in motion, but it's ruled an incomplete pass. So an inauspicious start for the North Huskies, and to make matters worse, they got a lineman down in the field.
Yeah, it's going from bad to worse all of a sudden here. Like you said, you got a starting offensive lineman down. But that's why you run that jet sweep that way. The quarterback will take it and kind of just pitch it forward to the guy coming across in front of him, so that if that does happen, if there's a mishandle or something like that, it just goes down to the incomplete pass.
Injured player is Ethan Knutson, 6'1", 240-pound junior, favoring his left leg. So Huskies will need to get one of their reserves in there. And it's a team, and talking to the coaches both yesterday and today, bumps and bruises and a couple guys dinged up, which is, you think about it, you've got 4 games under your belt. You've been going since early August. This is that time of the year where, some of those things do start to become an issue.
Yeah, everybody's feeling the bumps and bruises right now, no doubt about it.
2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Huskies from their own 44. Handoff Olsen, hit behind the line of scrimmage and then taken down. Initial penetration up front came from number 50, Trevor Dombrowski.
Dombrowski's actually done that a couple of times now. He's been just very active in that defensive front. I mean, he didn't make the tackle, but he sure made the play. He blew that up in the backfield, making it 3rd and long.
Brett Krista credited with the tackle. It's a TFL. So now it's 3rd and 12. So again, Spargs on 3rd down. The Huskies are behind the chains.
Yeah, we'll see if they come here down to this wide side of the field with some sort of a combo route and not just sit on the sticks, but actually try to get somebody maybe going running across the field so they continue that movement.
McCracken on the run.
He's open.
Throws near side, but he threw it over the head of Aaron Solberg, incomplete. In a punting situation coming up for the Huskies, there's a penalty marker down. Preliminary indication is holding on North.
Well, there was that combo route. You had Carter Burns running an in and up, so he was trying to clear that underneath, and sure enough, they ran with him, which absolutely left Aaron Solberg wide open at the 50-yard line. He would have caught that and had plenty of room for a first down, but all for naught as he overthrew him, and there was a holding call, but Chippewa declines it, so it'll bring up fourth.
Punting situation now for the Huskies. Yeah, we've got a penalty marker down, thrown all the way back at the Chi-High 30-yard line.
I think Chippewa broke the huddle with 12 players, so that'll be a 5-yarder if that's what it's going to be here. But they're going to discuss this one. This will be an interesting call.
The Olympic Flame, a restaurant in Eau Claire, has been a delicious dining option since 1980. Uncle Lampros brought homemade family recipes from Greek, and the tradition continues today at the Olympic Flame restaurant. Eau Claire's best-kept secret is Olympic Flame Greek Restaurant on London Road. So it's 4th and 7 for the Huskies. Carter Bovey back deep for Chi-High, standing at his own 20. Punt is away. It's Maddox Gertz doing the punting. Bovey will pick it up at his own 10. Looking for a seam. Trying to get wide. Gets to the 20, the 25, the 30. And knocked out of bounds, but a great return by Carter Bovey. And after all that, reversing his field, no penalty markers.
Well, unfortunately, there is.
Oh, well.
The 30-yard line there. Yeah, way up the field.
So it was
way away from the play. Just as the
Okay.
whistle blew, a couple of Chi-High guys took a North kid down, and sure enough, that's going to cost them 15. But they had, great field position at the 44, but they're going to back it up 15 because of the personal foul.
This is why we pay you the big bucks.
I just happened to catch that.
Things
Yep.
away. So I'm watching the ball, and I'm watching it go up the field, and I'm looking, from the 45 back to the 10, which is where the return started. I'm like, hey, look at that, not a single penalty marker.
Well, that's why you're the play-by-play guy. You got to watch the play. I can get a bigger picture of things
It's a
for
team
you.
effort sport.
There you go. Yeah, costly penalty right there, though, for Cardinals. An unnecessary one, too, at that.
So this is Chi-High on offense for the first time tonight. Yeah, and they will spread it out to start. Mason Von Hayden is the quarterback. And off up the middle, short game, just across the 30-yard line. Jackson LeMay on the carry.
Almost a traditional I formation there out of the Cardinals. Something a little different. Two backs in the backfield, handed off for that little ISO play inside.
Up front for Chi-High, Noah King, Eli Wallen, Noah Nelson, Devin Hunt, Lakin Herman, Mason Von Hayden, the quarterback, Preston Alger is the tight end, Jackson Bolin, the wide receiver, Jackson LeMay is the running back, Xander Neal back there as well. Play fake. Von Hayden looking deep, throws underneath. He's got a man, and that's Jalen Smith out to the 44-yard line. First down, Cardinals.
Tell you what, Mason Von Hayden's play action right there was phenomenal. He had about 4 or 5 Huskies diving inside at that back there to make the tackle, and he rolled out and had all day on the edge there to find the receiver.
1st and 10, Cardinals from their own 44. They'll hand it off to LeMay, trying to bounce it outside. Gets a stiff arm. And then the Huskies defense cleaning up on the penetration that time. Taylor Frederick, number 58.
Well, give credit, too, to the corner out there. I'm trying to see who that is, if that was Gertz. But on the edge, they did a great job of maintaining the edge and having LeMay have to turn it back into that pursuit because, boy, LeMay is deadly if he gets on the edge. So good job defensively right there.
2nd and 10, Chippewa from its own 44. 2 receivers either side. Preston Alger is in the backfield. Von Hayden throws left. He's got another completion to Jalen Smith.
Yeah, run that wide out deep right down the sideline, run him off, run the inside slot guy in an out pattern. He's wide open. So I'm not sure if they're trying to run one cover man, with that one free safety or what, but that corner just ran with that guy running the streak right there on the left end, and underneath guy wide open for that easy pitch and catch.
1st and 10, Chippewa from the North 43. North crowding the line of scrimmage. In motion, Bolin. They'll hand it off. Breaking it outside is LeMay. But then North defense closed up. Ty Schaff in on that tackle.
Ball carrier on the play. Tackle on the play by Schaff. And number 99, Noah Pettifer.
Gain of 2 for Jackson LeMay.
Yeah, a real good job of that backside, staying true to their keys. All that window dressing, everything else going the other way. They countered. They did a good job of staying home, making a play.
They'll call it a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Abear split out wide right. Jalen Smith slot right. Boland in motion. He gets the pitch in the jet sweep. Boland getting down close to the 30-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Jackson Boland, the ball carrier. Escorted out of bounds by number 5.
Yeah, Chippewa coming back with that jet sweep, the same thing the Huskies tried to do earlier. But they picked up about 12 on that one.
Really good crowd on hand tonight. You look across the way, lots of folks from Chippewa made the short trip down, and on the near sideline, I don't see very many empty seats, Sparks.
Oh, it's a great crowd. What a great atmosphere tonight for this one.
Nice weather as well, 64 degrees. Had some rain earlier today. That cleared up. We got a really nice one here at Carson Park. 1st and 10, Cardinals from the Huskies 30. They fake the jet sweep. LeMay up the middle. Gets down close to the 25-yard line. Rashawn Putnick, the 6'4", 250-pound junior, in on the tackle.
Well, that's your counterplay to that jet sweep. You fake the old jet sweep. You run that little inside trap. Give it to your halfback in that case right there. That was LeMay, and he was able to pick up almost 4 or 5 yards on that one. Didn't look like much when he first started, but he was able to get 4.
Von Hayden has Alger, the tight end, to his right. Looking back to the left, throwing deep. He's got a guy out there, but incomplete. Sam Abar, the intended receiver.
Great coverage by the Huskies right there. Not fooled by it. They were in a little post corner out on the top. They had single man coverage, but actually he had 2 guys, but they did a great job covering that up. So they did not fall for the play action. And again, it was opposite the trips, kind of created that single man coverage. And I think it was Gertz again all over that.
3rd and 6 now for the Cardinals. You would think 4-down territory. In the backfield is LeMay, standing to the left of quarterback Mason Von Hayden. They pitch it. Boland trying to get wide. Boland to the edge. He's got the 1st down. Good patient running by Jackson Boland. It didn't really look like there was a whole lot there, but he let his blocking do the work, and he just took off, got to the edge.
Well, you call it good patience and using his speed to get to the edge.
1st and 10, Shy High from the Eau Claire North 18. Von Hayden looking near sideline, overshot his intended receiver. That was Jalen Smith.
Von Hayden's pass is incomplete, intended for Smith on the play.
Boy, a little more patience right there, and you would have had Preston Elger coming across on that drag route, that backside. He was dragging wide open across the middle. Just overthrew that receiver on the sideline. Able to get that edge on that little play action right there.
Wide left is Boland. Aber wide right. In the slot right, Jalen Smith. We'll keep it on the ground with Jackson LeMay. Not a lot of running room there. Once again, Rashawn Putnick making the tackle.
Yeah, real nice job by Putnick inside on that run. He shed the blocker, had himself free to make that play, create a 3rd and long now for the Cardinals.
3rd and 9, line of scrimmage is the 17. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Alger, the tight end, in the backfield. Using him as a blocker as Von Hayden rolls out under pressure. Incomplete. Nicely done. Reagan Pruitt, the junior defensive back, timed that one perfectly. Broke it up. It was intended for Jalen Smith.
Well, you said it. Pruitt timed that just perfectly. He was behind him, and as that ball got there, he made the collision, knocked it away to create a 4th and 9. And it looks like the Cardinals are going to go for a long field goal here.
Ethan Fashionbauer on to attempt this field goal. You're going to spot it at the 24, so this will be a 34-yard attempt for Fashionbauer. Cardinals need to get another blocker up there on the O-line. Snap is down, kick on the way, and it is good.
Nice kick. Had about another 5 to 10 yards on that one.
Ethan Fashionbauer, a 34-yard field goal, and with 5:23 remaining in the first quarter, it's Chippewa Falls 10, Eau Claire North 0 on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly salaried sales consultant. Well, the Chippewa Falls Cardinals leading the Eau Claire North Huskies 10-0. It was a pick 6 for Jack Sweefhofer of the Cardinals, and then on their first drive on offense, drive stalled. Ethan Fashionbauer came on to kick a 34-yard field goal, and Chi High is sitting pretty good at this point, leading 10-0 against the Eau Claire North Huskies.
Yeah, this is pretty much how they would have drawn it up, other than maybe trying to obviously get that touchdown there on that drive. But you know, you're on the road and you're up 10-0 here in the first, so they're definitely off to a good start.
Fashionbauer to kick it off. Again, it'll be Solberg on the return. Gets away from one tackler, gets across the 30 before he is thrown back. So that's where the Huskies will begin their third offensive possession. And Spars, there's plenty of time left. All right, 5:16 to go in the first quarter, and yet I get this feeling that it's a big drive for the Huskies.
Yeah, isn't that strange? Like you said, we got 5 minutes left here in the first, and it is only 10-0, but you've just got that feeling that the Huskies need to do something offensively. You know, need to show something that they can move the football, get a couple of first downs. If not score, at least show some progression in how they're moving the football.
North really has not had to play from behind since week 1. Of course, they did have to rally in week 2. Quarterback draw, McCracken gets it close to the 30, close to the 40 rather. It's marked down at the 39.
Yeah, there's a nice start for him. First down, you pick up 5 yards, make it a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 on that one. That's exactly what you talked about, though. It's getting ahead of the sticks. Make it easy for yourself.
Brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Huskies.
Huskies have made a change at quarterback. It's number 11, Ben Metler, in there now.
Well, you could probably look for Metler to carry the ball then a little bit more.
Hand off, Cam Olson. He's got room. He's got the first down. Brings it out to the 48-yard line.
Cam Olson, the ball carrier, tackle of the play by number 9.
Don't know if this was a plan for the North Huskies to work in another quarterback, but
Well, I think coming into preseason, they had 2 quarterbacks, but Ben Metler had actually gotten injured during the summer to playing some baseball, so he was just kind of late to the show. And now all of a sudden he's healthy and he's getting some reps, and so they've kind of gone to that 2 quarterback system here.
1st and 10 Huskies from their own 48. Little confusion in the backfield. Cam Olson, really good work to get maybe a yard out of that when he had guys diving at his ankles 3-4 yards deep in the backfield.
Yeah, that blew up that mesh point right there. You can see Metler trying to give him a ride, but they were banging into each other instead. So, but like you said, Olsen was still able to pick up 2. So got something positive out of nothing.
Yeah, my guess is that the Huskies offensive coaches brought the O-line together and said, guys, this drive's on you. We're going to start moving some bodies out front, so be ready. 2nd and 8 now for the Huskies. Ball at midfield. We'll keep it on the ground, trying to cut back there. Levante Bean, the sophomore running back, got 1, but that'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Boy, that's the problem about trying to go wide against that Chippewa defense is you got all those linebackers and outside linebackers that can just fly to the football. And right there, number 5, Wesley Tanzer saw that play develop and just came screaming up to make the play.
And now Peyton McCracken back in at quarterback. In what would figure to be a passing situation here for the Huskies. 3rd and 7 from the Chi-Hi 49. And motion up front. And something just didn't look right from when the time they broke the huddle there, Sparks.
Yeah, there was some confusion down here. Is this Johnson down here, this receiver on this side? But anyways, there was definitely some confusion on what the route was going to be or what the play was because he wasn't sure where he was supposed to line up. He kept talking to the quarterback. They got set, and then all of a sudden the offensive lineman started leaning, like what's taking so long? And so they got nailed there with a little procedure call.
So now it's 3rd and 12. Huskies back in their own territory at the 46. Chi-Hi showing blitz. Keep it on the ground. Olson pushing forward. And he'll get forward progress out to midfield, but that's going to bring up a 4th down for North.
Yeah, Jackson Martin there and the host of the other linebackers all pursued to that one really nice. Making it 4th and long, so the Huskies will have to punt this away.
Maddox Gertz will handle the punting duties for the Huskies. Carter Bovey standing back at his own 18. Gertz, a good boot. Bovey back to his own 11. He's going to take it left side again. Gets a block on the edge. Bovey to the 30 and out to the 40, and he's taken down there. I didn't catch the number, Sparks, but whoever was on that far side for Chi-Hi did just enough for that, just to get in the way of that North gunner, and that opened up the edge.
Absolutely. I was going to say that. That was Wesley Tanzer coming back to make that block, but you know what he did? He put his hands out to simply shield the block right there rather than trying to stick somebody blindside and get a penalty. He did a great job of just sticking his hands out there, kind of putting him on that guy, not getting a penalty, but just causing that little screen to get him that corner. So like you said, a great block, get him all the way out to the 44.
So Chi-Hi already leading 10-0 as quarter number 1 winds down, has great field position here. Von Hayden will pitch it back. LeMay, he's wrapped up and would not let go.
Well, Ty Schaaf did exactly what his job was to be. He's on the outside edge, and if he sees that option coming, he's got pitch man. And he just did a tremendous job of seeing that develop, closing the distance, and when that pitch came, he went up and made a great open field tackle for about a 5 or 6 yard loss on the play.
2nd and 16 now for Chi-Hi as we're under 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. They'll throw to the far side. Boland breaking free. Jackson Boland down the sideline. He's going to go all the way for a Chippewa Falls touchdown.
Little wide receiver bubble screen, and holy smokes, did he accelerate and get downfield.
Number 10, Jackson Boland.
62-yard pass play, and Chippewa Falls is up 16-0.
Wow, what a run by Boland right there. Making 2 or 3 guys misses, and he turned on the afterburners and was just leaving them in the dust.
I don't think he had a kicker out there. So they're going to have to burn. You're going to have to burn a timeout. We'll take the opportunity to tell you that Play It Again Sports in Eau Claire is your go-to for buying, selling, and trading your new and secondhand sports equipment and apparel. Sharing our love for sports and your bank account. That's Play It Again Sports, East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Keep your home and valuables safe with SOS Security in Eau Claire. Protect against intruders, fire, water, and more. For every room, every door, and every window, place your trust in SOS Security. Sparks, that play really opened up for the Cardinals. Good downfield blocking, and boy, the speed of Jackson Boland on display there.
Sure was. I mean, that's what Chahai loves to do. They have to get Boland and LeMay in that open field and let them show off that quickness and speed. And boy, that little bubble scheme just opened up nicely for him. 2 big plays for Chahai in the first quarter. Chance to go up 17-0.
Extra point on the way. It is good. Luke McIntyre with the PAT. And it is 17-0. Chippewa Falls over Eau Claire North. We'll keep it here. And Sparks, remember what I said? The last drive for Eau Claire North was a really important one. This one is taking on even more importance.
Yeah, that's the case, isn't it? Boy, they just have to do something offensively, or else this game could get out of hand in a hurry. They've just not been able to really slow down that Chahai offense. So right now, this offense has to maintain control of the football, has to give that defense a chance to rest and make adjustments. And, like you said, it's just one of those things where the offense has to produce here.
And I think what it does too, Sparks, is this lead of 17 points will take away a little bit of what North wants to do offensively, which is establish the ground game and pound the rock with Cam Olsen.
Well, I would say they can't. I would say they just can't get away from that yet. It is still just the end of the first quarter almost, but you got a lot of game left, and you can't just leave your offense on the back corner here, back shove. You just got to stay with it. I still believe that they can run the football with Cam Olsen. I think they can run those play actions off of it. And I just don't think you're going to go to just a full out, throw it all over the field here. And again, they've shown a little bit more of that run game with that second quarterback coming in. It was Ben Metler that came in and ran the ball, so they got a little bit more of their, pass run option look with him in the game now too. So I might see a little more of him with that first couple of plays to see if they get the run game going. And then if they have to throw it, McCracken comes on in like they did last time.
Here's the boot by Fashionbauer. Huskies on the return, and they're not going to get it out to the 20-yard line. Thanks to the magic of social media, a follower named Coach Werzer has informed us that number 11 is Zach Shipman. Ben Metler is wearing number 13.
Well, we appreciate that help.
Yeah, thanks very much.
So Shipman is the other quarterback?
Zach Shipman.
All right.
Which I did hear that on the PA, and I'm going off the roster that I have. Now the quarterback is Peyton McCracken. We're down to 4 seconds in the first quarter. McCracken throwing right. He's got Travion Johnson who gets it across the 25. He's throwing backwards. And I tell you one thing, the Chi-High defense is pretty animated. And they played well. They pitched a shutout in quarter number 1. After one quarter, your score, Chippewa Falls 17, Eau Claire North 0. We're back with the second quarter right here on Zaleski Sports.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
We are back at Garson Park. Second quarter begins with the Eau Claire North Huskies looking at a 2nd and 6 from their own 25 and trailing Chippewa Falls 17-0. Cam Olson on the carry. Gets to the edge. Olson drops the shoulder, spins forward, and that should be a first down for the Huskies.
Well, that's a good start to this drive now for the Huskies. 2 plays and a first down.
That is enough for an Eau Claire North first down.
And I don't remember that being yelled out too often this game, that first down. So good for the Huskies now. All they have to do is put a drive together here and put 7 on the board and then get themselves back into this.
1st and 10 Huskies from their own 32. Olson across the 35. We'll give him forward progress out to the 36.
Good patience at the point of attack right there by Olson. Kind of gave it that little stutter step to see if his blocker could create a little bit more of a seam, and he was able to turn it back inside, pick up a 4.
Yeah, better job this series by the Huskies of establishing the ground game, kind of leaning on that O-line and the running back Cam Olson.
Shipman in again at quarterback, so see if they do that quarterback halfback, a little read option here.
Straight up the gut. Taken down just short of the 40-yard line.
Using Cam Olson as a lead blocker right there, and boy, what a collision with that linebacker.
Third and 3 now for North. Line of scrimmage is the 40. High snap, handoff. Olson gets to the edge, plows forward. First down, Huskies.
Good hard run right there. The Huskies kind of flipped their line to go unbalanced right, and Cam Olson find himself behind the big boys there, was able to get the edge and turn it up. He was initially got grabbed a hold of about the line of scrimmage, but again, using his size and strength to get ahead there for about 5 big yards and another first down.
And a good job setting that edge. I think it was Clay Lazinski, 57, who got a block on that D end for Chi High and helped the running back Cam Olson get to the corner. 1st and 10 North from its own 45. Cardinals coming on the blitz. McCracken in trouble, and he's taken down for a loss. Jackson Boland.
Brett Christa
on that tackle, and again
also.
Christa.
But again, what a well-timed blitz. It's almost like they were anticipating that little play action pass right there, and they came with an outside linebacker and inside linebacker to bring the pressure, and it brought him down for about a 3-yard loss on that one.
2nd and 13 for the Huskies. McCracken remains at quarterback. fake the jet sweep. McCracken has got some running room down the sideline.
Oh, that's going to be a late
out
hit.
of bounds. And they'll get another 15 out of that.
Yeah, Wagner was just too late on that. He was definitely out of bounds and gave him an extra shove, so they'll pick up another 15 on the first down here.
Sparks, when you coach, was there something you told your guys about, when you get, if you're a defender and you got a ball carrier getting toward the sideline, what would you tell them? What do they have to keep an eye on?
You have to keep an eye on that white. You can see that large white sideline right there, and as soon as that running back, quarterback touches that, you're done. Hands off, or just maybe put your hands, but don't shove. That's just one of those things they're going to call every time. Anything extra, once they hit that solid white sideline, you're in trouble if you touch them any harder.
1st and 10 from the 38. On the carry is Zach Shipman. Here I thought it would be something really complicated, but look for the big white line. Okay. All right. Well,
if all else fails, look for that out of bounds. Yeah, right there.
Forget which coach it was. It was down at the University of Wisconsin. I think it was the basketball coach, Steve Yoder, that said, there's something about that line on the sideline. You can say what you need to say, and the players on the other side of that line nodding, but that line somehow can disrupt the communication, and they go out and run something completely different. Good gain on first down, sets up a 2nd and 1. Handoff. Plowing forward down to the 26. And that's a first down carry.
Brett Krista there again at that linebacker position.
Cam Olson on the carry.
That is enough for an Eau Claire North.
Well, this is looking more like the Eau Claire North Huskies we've seen a couple times this season.
Yeah, it is. Now they're actually starting to sustain this drive, and they're kind of doing it with a two-man quarterback system here. Shipman and McCracken are kind of bringing in plays with them to run next. So right now here comes McCracken. Shipman just ran the football, so now they're going to let McCracken come in with the next play.
1st and 10 Huskies from the Cardinals 26. McCracken near side. He's got Travion Johnson.
Boy, great job by McCracken of getting rid of the football on time. Johnson hadn't even turned around yet, and that ball was gone. Threw it to a perfect spot, and as Johnson turned and looked back for the football, it was on him. So he got his hands up for a nice catch of 9.5 yards. Looks like, they're going to be about a half yard short of the first down, which opens up the playbook. 2nd and less than a yard, you can throw it in the end zone. You can try to run something a little tricky here to see what you can come up with. Gives you a lot of options down here in the red zone.
2nd and 1 for the Huskies from the 16. Olsen trying to get outside, but great gang tackling by the Cardinals defense. And all week long they've been hearing about Cam Olsen. They've been watching tape. They've heard their coaches talking, hey, this is the bell cow back there. This is a guy, we got to bring him down. We need a couple hats to the ball.
Yeah, that's one of the few times you'll look and see Cam Olsen maybe take it where he shouldn't have. He bounced that one to the perimeter. Well, Cardinals had 3 guys sitting out there. If he keeps that more inside, he might have had a little bit more of a chance to cut through there. But again, good enough though. He got himself a hard-earned first down right there.
1st and 10 for the Huskies at the Cardinals 15.
Timeout Huskies here.
We'll keep it here. We'll pass along some other scores that we have, and it's Menominee in the second quarter leading Hudson 14-7. Menominee had gotten out to a 14-0 lead until Hudson responded. Tyler Lassard caught a touchdown pass from Jack Strong. Lassard, really impressive athlete for the Hudson Raiders. But how about Menominee? There's some people saying, well, it's maybe not the Menominee of old, despite the record that, they're just not the same team. Well, they're playing like a Menominee team.
Yeah, well, if you look back to last year, and if you remember what they talked about, they were young, a lot of inexperienced first-year players, and he was able to bring most of them back for this year, and it's paying off.
can tell you Fall Creek and Regis are all tied, 8 apiece, second quarter. And try to get you updated on Eau Claire Memorial and River Falls. Superior and New Richmond are the other Big Rivers Conference games tonight.
They've got a nice ball club over there in Fall Creek. We were able to catch them early year against Altoona.
First and 10, Huskies from the Cardinals' 15-yard line. Olsen gets inside the 10, down to the 6.
Real nice carry right there. Good block on the edge. Was able to turn up, pick up about 8 on that play.
Second down for the Huskies.
Again, a nice job staying ahead of the chains again this drive. Second and short.
Under 6.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Huskies on the move. Deepest penetration so far this game by the Huskies offense. Second and 2 from the 7. Handoff Olsen trying to go wide. Penalty marker thrown.
Yeah, looks like it'll be a hold against the Huskies on the inside there.
Cam Olsen, the ball carrier. There is a penalty on the play.
And it is.
Initial indication is holding.
And that'll back up the Huskies to probably second down and about 12.
Second quarter score, it is New Richmond all over Superior, 28-0. So the Tigers are looking good at home.
Well,
They are 4-0 overall, 2-0 in the conference. And then an update from that Hudson-Menominee game. Hudson picked off a pass, scored on their ensuing drive. The extra point, though, no good. So it's 14-13, Menominee leading in the second.
You talk about a team with team speed. New Richmond is probably one of the fastest teams I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, in a good offense where a lot of guys will touch the ball and a lot of interchangeable parts. Yeah, they were impressive last week in a win here at Carson Park against Eau Claire Memorial. Now the North Huskies looking at a second and 12 from the Cardinals' 17-yard line. McCracken throwing, end zone caught! Touchdown, Huskies!
Great throw by McCracken right there. Good patience in the pocket. Didn't force anything, took his time. Saw the guy just anchored on the back of the end zone there. Found a little opening and tossed in there real nice. Big touchdown for the Huskies right there.
So the Huskies, Aaron Solberg on the receiving end of that TD.
Yeah, great job by Solberg just finding that opening in the end zone, sitting down.
Extra point up and good. With 5:28 to go in the second quarter, your score, Chippewa Falls 17, Eau Claire North 7. Back with more on Zaleski Sports right after this.
Just when it seems life is smooth sailing, life happens. When it does, let Potter Agency help make all your insurance arrangements a breeze. Potter Agency is a local agency and will work to save you money. We have the best selection of insurance company products, and our dedicated agents will tailor your coverage to your needs. Give us a call or check out our website. When life is a little choppy, let Potter Agency help guide you to smoother waters.
We are back at Carson Park. The home fans a little bit more energized after a really nice scoring drive by the North Huskies. Capped off by a 17-yard touchdown pass, Peyton McCracken to Aaron Solberg. Solberg added the PAT, so it's 17-7 with 5:28 remaining in the second quarter. Sparks, it looked like McCracken was trying to throw that fade route to the left corner. That wasn't there. He came back to his second read and made a nice toss.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't force that. Like you said, it wasn't there. It was well covered. So instead of doing something stupid with it, he was smart, kind of kept his composure and knew he didn't have pressure, kind of rolled back to his right where he had 3 receivers moving around over there. And Solberg just sat down in the opening right there in the end zone. He hummed it right in there nice.
So now Solberg to kick it off. Gets a good boot. On the return for the Huskies, check that for the Cardinals, Boland. Boy, he is dangerous with the ball in his hand. Jackson Boland, the 5'11", 173-pound junior. Boy, he can motor.
He sure can. Boy, he is fun to watch in the open field.
Yeah, except if you're in a different colored jersey trying to track him down.
Yeah, if you're trying to chase after him and make a play, it's a different story. Between him and LeMay, that's two quick guys to get the football to.
So the Cardinals will begin this drive at their own 38, 1st and 10. We have 5:20 remaining in this second quarter. Now look what Jai High's doing. Here comes that double wing.
Double reverse
inside. It's a double handoff. They get the football to Jackson LeMay.
Well, we talked about this, Bob. We talked about in the pregame about will they show this traditional double wing? And sure enough, here they come out in the second quarter here, and they show it.
You know, Chi High has always been a hard team to prepare for because they were one of the few teams in the Big Rivers to run that double wing. Now you've got to look for two radically different styles of offense. Handoff going straight up the middle.
Good stop inside right there.
Devin Bush taken down after a short gain.
Great job by the Husky interior that time. Chai even tried to go unbalanced there to the right, tried to fool him a little bit, but we're not able to block him as he made the play there for no gain.
3rd and 2 now for the Cardinals. They'll stay in that double wing. And the football is loose.
Still loose.
Still loose. And it looks like Chi High got on top of it. That ball was bouncing around and kind of a hot potato kind of thing. And boy, Chi High fortunate that North didn't pounce on that and get good field position.
Boy, now you almost start to wonder if maybe Chi High doesn't practice that enough anymore. You know, maybe they've gone so much to that spread out offense that here they come double wing and they're trying to handle all that football handling behind, and it came back to bite them right there as they turned it over, or almost turned it over.
So Maddox Gertz back to return this punt for the Huskies, standing at his own 30, and it's a bad snap.
And North's got 13 players on the field, Bretto. I took a look out there, and I was like, that is way too much blue on the field. And sure enough, they're going to get called for having 13 men on the field. So they have to bring that back and re-kick it.
On top of that, North was very close to getting a personal foul penalty. Is behind the play. There was a Husky player and a Cardinal player doing a fair amount of jaw-jacking.
Yeah, I don't think this will give Chi High the first down, but it'll be a situation where North would have had tremendous field position, and the Cards will get a chance to re-kick this.
You know, before the game, Sparks, we were down in the field and we were talking to North defensive coordinator Dave Decker, and one of the things I brought up is, you know, for the first time in some time, Huskies have to learn to handle success. You know, they always say it's one thing to make that climb up, but then once you start tasting success, how do you handle it?
Yeah, you know, you're so used to being the underdog. You know, everybody's against us, nobody believes in us, and all that kind of stuff. And now all of a sudden you're sitting there at 3-1 and shoes on the other foot. Now you're the big dog, and they're all coming at you.
Yeah, you go from being the hunter to the hunted. Boy, and on that previous play, Sparks, I tell you, that's a huge break for Chi High because they would have been giving the ball back to North deep in Chi High territory.
Another high snap, but this one's handled.
Not a great punt. Checks up at the 37-yard line, so the Huskies will take over there with 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And after everything that's gone wrong for Eau Claire North, now they've got time to put together a drive and cut into this margin even more. Remember, Chippewa won the toss, deferred, so Chi High kicked off to start the game, which means that North will have to kick off to begin the third quarter.
And the Huskies looked very improved in their offense that last series. Made some adjustments, kind of went to that two-quarterback system with Shipman and McCracken, and it worked for them.
It's McCracken in at QB now. Line of scrimmage, the 36. Handoff Olson. Gets it out to the 39.
Cam Olson, the ball carrier.
Plenty of time. Huskies have 2 timeouts left. We're getting down to about 3 minutes here left in the first half. But we'll see if McCracken wants to come out here with a little play action here on second down. 2nd and 7 here for the Huskies.
Line of scrimmage, the North 39. Chi-High coming on the blitz. McCracken scrambling. Under pressure, he'll just throw it away.
Yeah, good job by McCracken just getting rid of that, throwing it out of bounds. He did have Burns coming across that middle, but the problem with that was McCracken would have had to have seen him and slam on the brakes and try to throw against the grain, which would have been a very difficult pass. So again, wise move, roll out, just throw it out of bounds if it's not there.
Linebacker Wesley Tanzer was the guy putting the heat on McCracken. Tanzer goes 5'10", 170, and he can run.
Did you see who picked him up? Cam Olson.
Yep.
Stuck his nose right in there and picked up that blitzing linebacker to give McCracken that time. So great pickup on that blitz.
But now it's a 3rd and 7 for the Huskies. 2:40 remaining after the clock stopped on the incompletion. McCracken deep down the sideline. Contact there. Trying to get it to Travion Johnson. He got tangled up with one of the D-backs there. I believe that was A.J. McNamara, number 3 on the far side, and it was. But it'll bring up a 4th down for the Huskies.
That did look a little unusual, didn't it? As he knocked him down. He did an old somersault and everything, but they're just going to say incidental contact, I guess, and no harm, no foul. Incomplete pass, which gives it back to Chi-High with a lot of time left, and they've also got 2 timeouts left.
And now the Cardinals have the opportunity to double up, as they'll get the ball here with under 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. They'll also receive the kickoff to begin the third. Gertz on the boot.
Oh, he's got a full head of steam coming.
Bovey to the 40, to midfield, and knocked out of bounds in Husky territory. So the Cardinals will have great field position here with 2:27 remaining.
Yeah, what a great job by Bovey on that return. Getting over the low line drive and picking that up under the air and picking up about 40 yards of field position right there. So many times you'll see kids just kind of go, well, I'm going to let that one go. I can't get to it, and it rolls and rolls. Well, he just changed the whole field position right there.
Not much of a wind to speak of at all here at Carson Park tonight. Really nice conditions. The temperature remains at 64. 1st and 10, Cardinals from the Huskies 42. Back to the spread offense for Chi-High with 2 receivers either side. Von Hayden looking deep, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Sam Abear. Back on the coverage is Croy Lindman.
Yeah. Croy Lindman couldn't have played it any better. Did a good job of getting in his hip pocket, turning his head around back to the football, and had no place for him to drop that one in. So great coverage right there. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Trips to the right now for Chi-High. 2nd and 10 from the North 42. Quick toss to Jackson LeMay. Gets to the edge and scoots out of bounds after a short gain. The clock will stop with 2:16 left.
Yeah, came back with that wide receiver bubble screen again, this time with LeMay. And again, good job by the Huskies getting the edge. You know, didn't give him a lot of room on the edge to turn that one up, so he just kind of bounced it and ran it out of bounds to stop the clock.
Third and 7. Bubble screen near side, penalty marker down. Sam Abear making the catch Brings it very close to the first down marker, but let's take a look at what this flag is about.
Yeah, you got number 29, Jalen Smith here for the Cardinals on a hold here in the perimeter. It's kind of more like a 2-point takedown for wrestling out here. A little too much of them.
Holding. Offense, number 29, 10-yard penalty.
Which is too bad. The Cardinals had a good play developing right there for them.
So that game over in Menominee between the Mustangs and the Hudson Raiders, Menominee got up to a 14-0 lead. 19 unanswered now for Hudson, which leads 19-14.
And we're still looking for that Memorial River Falls score, huh?
If anyone has it, please text the booth. 3rd and 17 now for the Cardinals. Under 2 minutes to go. Second quarter. Ooh, trying that skinny post down the hash marks. Preston Alger, the tight end, was there, and Von Hayden just put it maybe a foot beyond where his tight end could haul that in. So a stop for the North defense and a punting situation now for the Cardinals.
I think if he gets maybe another second just to set his feet and make that throw, he gets it off. But Bryce Heinbuch for the Huskies came through the middle there and got right in his grill as he tried to release it.
End over end boot. Maddox Gertz is going to let that one bounce, and the Cardinals down it at about the 12-yard line. HS Fence has served Wisconsin's commercial and residential fencing needs for the last 18 years. HS Fence, specializing in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. 1st and 10 Huskies from their own 12, minute 42 left.
Well, I'd be really surprised if the Huskies don't just run it right here. Now, if they bust along when they might start hurrying up, but I think just to run and move this clock. Well, they come out throwing.
To the near side, you got penalty markers thrown. Had a couple of them, actually. The way that Aaron Solberg, the intended receiver, was clapping, you would think that this is on Chi High, and that appears to be what the preliminary indication is.
Yeah, that's interesting. Up here, we could not get a good view of it, but they got Wesley Tanzer on a pass interference. He must have just kind of grabbed him as he came out of his break there, because he didn't have a real good angle to see that one. That was almost picked, too, there. That's kind of why I figured they'd stay with the run game to avoid that big mistake here late in the half.
After the penalty, Huskies take over 1st and 10 from the 28.
Minute 38 remaining, second quarter. Travion Johnson split out to the left, trips to the right side. Brady Jensen is the slot man, and he moved early.
He did.
You wonder if that pass was, you wonder if he was the number one option there, because he just got that little extra jump.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I would say the same thing. I think he was trying to run that little seam route, and they were going to hit him. He was excited to get going.
We do have a halftime score. It's River Falls 21, Eau Claire Memorial 7.
After the penalty, it's 1st and 15 for the Huskies.
McCracken under pressure, and he's taken down inside the 15.
I think that's Jackson Martin. And it was, as he came with the blitz that time. He was actually picked up initially. A good job of the offensive line picking up the blitz, but he just stayed with it, was relentless, and got off there and made the sack there, bringing up 2nd and 21.
Clock is moving. We're just over a minute remaining before halftime. Chippewa put up 17 points in the first quarter. North has the lone touchdown here in the second. And now looking at a 2nd and 21. Hand off Cam Olsen. Very little running room as he tried to bounce it outside.
Cardinals will call timeout here. He's trying to get it still. Well, as soon as he went down, Oreko was running down that sideline wanting that timeout. And that's the right call there. He probably lost about 5-6 seconds. The officials didn't see him. But that's kind of a no-brainer there. Now you got 3rd and long. You still got 1 timeout left. You definitely want to make the Huskies punt here. As well as Chippewa's done on those punt returns, they could break one.
Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction has been partnering with private and public customers since 1984. Staub Construction has its own service and fabrication department to assist with any municipal or industrial situation. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Enjoy the benefits of business banking at Security Financial Bank with several options to fit your business. Learn more about business banking at sfbank.com. The Dahlman Insurance Agency provides business, home, auto, and farm insurance throughout the Chippewa Valley. Contact Eric Knutson in Elk Mound or Wayne Dahlman in Eau Claire. Dahlman Insurance. Come for the rates, stay for the service. 3rd and 22 for the Huskies from their own 16-yard line.
Most likely the Huskies will keep this on the ground. Yep, he's going to tuck and go. He's got to stay in bounds here, though.
Good run down the sideline by Zach Shipman, but he does go out of bounds.
Well, it makes it interesting, though. He picked up some really good yards there, but make it 4th and 2. Holy smokes, they've got a decision to make now.
Yeah, with the way that Chi-Hi has returned punts, I think North is thinking about it.
Yeah, they really
and
are.
I wonder, with 2 timeouts in their hip pocket, if they will just go to the line, try to draw the Cardinals offside, and then burn one of those timeouts and then kick it away.
Yeah, that's a good call right there. Boy, what a run right there. All of a sudden, you kind of put yourself in this situation where you would have thought, all right, we're not going to come close to a first down. Makes you stay in and punt it away, but big play right here. You called it, Bob. That's exactly what they did. Try to draw them off, didn't do it. They'll burn a timeout.
I could hear Peyton McCracken barking and trying to do that hard count. Yeah, I guess if you're a football quarterback growing up in Wisconsin and you've gotten to, well, I guess if you're a high school quarterback, you've heard about Brett Favre.
yeah,
but you've seen Aaron Rodgers, and those two guys were masters.
You've seen Aaron Rodgers all your life in Wisconsin,
right,
as growing up with these kids, and exactly that hard count, try to draw them.
Right. The youngsters didn't have to live through the 1980s, did they?
Not like the rest of us.
Yeah, that's right. So with 29 seconds to go, Maddox Gertz standing at his own 22-yard line to punt it away. Carter Bovey back deep for the Cardinals. We've got another whistle.
Apparently they were not ready for play yet, so we'll redo that one. Not sure what the holdup is. Boy, he's got to punt this away from Bovey. You can't let him get a return.
Aiming it toward the sideline, and it does go out. They're going to mark it out at the 39-yard line. So Chi-Hi with 25 seconds left and 1 timeout remaining.
Real nice job on that punt, though, right? We couldn't let Bovey have that return, and so he angled it out of bounds to at least make the Chi-Hi offense do the work.
So 25 seconds now after the punt. So with that timeout, Chi-Hi can use the middle of the field. So it'll be interesting to see how they attack. They've got some speed guys. We'll look to get the ball in the hands of one of their playmakers. Von Hayden, the quarterback, surveys the scene. Roll to his right. Throws underneath. It's caught. Clock continues to move. Down to 15 seconds. Now Chi-High takes the timeout, and plenty of time ticked off the clock there. We're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Coach Reykjavik was kind of seeing if he was pushed out of bounds, the clock would stop or not. And once they signaled to keep the clock running, he had to burn one there.
Next week in the Big Rivers Conference, Dave Sparger and I will be right back here at Carson Park for the game between Hudson and Eau Claire Memorial. We'll see if the Raiders come to town 3-0. They lead at the half. Hudson does 19-14 at Menominee. Memorial trailing on the road at River Falls 21-7, and New Richmond comfortably on top at the half 28-0 over Superior. New Richmond is at Chippewa Falls next week, and that should be an interesting game. Talk about two teams with a lot of speed.
A lot of speed
on that field. A lot of playmakers. That could be that could be a track meet up there. 2nd and 3, Cardinals from their own 46.
Huskies playing loose in the secondary. Got to cover two deep safeties. And they'll come with the run. Looks like he's trying to throw.
Ball in the air, and it's batted down by the Huskies. Well played that time. They got the ball to Jackson LeMay, and they tried a little trick play. Jalen Smith was down there, as was Sam Hebert.
Yeah, not fooled on that one, as Maddox was all over that. Great defense.
So barring a defensive penalty, this should be the final play of the first half. Third and 3. Remember, Chi-High will get the ball to start the third quarter. Von Hayden. He's going to keep it. It's got a lot of running room. Von Hayden to the 40.
If you can get this edge.
Stiff arms one Husky out of the way and then taken down out of bounds. No penalty markers thrown, and that'll do it.
Devin
Andrew, first half of action.
Devin Andrew on the tackle there.
And an important tackle for the Huskies because, boy, you see Von Hayden running with the football. He's a dangerous guy. The Chippewa Falls at the half leads Eau Claire North 17-7. Chi-High will receive the football to start the third quarter. Chi-High got started in the second quarter on North's first offensive possession. It was Jack Zwiefelhofer, defensive back. Interception return for a touchdown. That one went 25 yards. Luke McIntyre booted the PAT. It was 7-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Their defense held. Chi-High offense took over, drove downfield. Drive stalled, but Ethan Fashionbauer came on and booted a 34-yard field goal. It was 10-0 Cardinals with 5:23 remaining in the first quarter. Then on the ensuing Chi-High possession, they got the ball back, and Mason Von Hayden hooked up with Jackson Boland on a 62-yard pitch and catch. Touchdown made it 16-0. PAT was kicked by Luke McIntyre to make it 17-0. Just one score in the second quarter. It was Peyton McCracken, North quarterback. 17-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Solberg. Solberg added the PAT 17-7. Your score at the half. Nice ceremony going on the field right now honoring longtime Eau Claire North coach Ken Van Ness. Ken Van Ness, former Eau Claire Parks and Rec director, a neighbor of ours on the north side of Eau Claire. Ken suffered a stroke earlier this year, but the Booster Club is recognizing Kenny, and it's good to see him out here with all his family, his daughters, his son, his wife here. So a nice gesture by Eau Claire North.
Absolutely. Well deserved for everything he's done for this community. This is just great.
Saw Kenny a couple weeks ago at the North Memorial game, and yeah, you could tell he was happy to be there and recognized everybody. That was the good part. So we certainly wish Ken all the best as he recovers from a stroke. Spargs, regarding the football game, boy, really important for the Huskies to kind of calm things down in that second quarter. Obviously, they would have liked to finish off another drive with some points, but they did get the touchdown. So at least they're hanging around 17-7, but a lot they're going to want to talk about at halftime.
Well, you hit on the head. They were able to calm things down. It was 17-0. All the momentum on that Chi-High side. I mean, it kind of looked like it was going to get away from them, right? It kind of looked like the Huskies were in deep trouble. But they got the ball back. They sustained a drive. They went with that 2-quarterback system, which was very effective for them. Put together a nice long drive, put it in for 7 points. Defense came back out. They got a couple of stops here in the second quarter. So they've kind of righted a few things to help themselves out. And, like you said, we're back into a ball game now at 17-7.
Chi-High, I think Coach Rako's got to be pretty happy with how this first half unfolded. Things are going in their favor. And do you think you anticipate any adjustments that they will make?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, there's always adjustments, right? I mean, they're going to see stuff upstairs. They've got coaches upstairs that can see things and make those adjustments for them. And I'm sure there is. I'm sure they're going to tweak a little bit of how their blocking schemes are going or what they want to do offensively or defensively. Like every good team does, they're going to make those adjustments at half and hopefully perform a little better here in the second half. And, they start off with the football here in the third quarter. So I'm sure in their minds they're going, this first drive, we've got to put points up. If they can get up 24-7, they'll be in the driver's seat here in the second half. So they're going to try to really put together a good game plan here to come out in this second half and put a drive together.
So your halftime score, Chippewa Falls 17, Eau Claire North 7. Got some halftime entertainment coming up for you on Zaleski Sports, another edition of Hard Knocks with the Edgar Wildcats and head coach Jerry Sins. Always entertaining. Keep it here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back in a bit with the third quarter of action from Carson Park. Go down and see if I can catch Kenny.
Yeah, my memories go back a long ways. My oldest brother was on the 1979 state championship team, so I remember going to those games way back, and boy, the tradition started way back then. And Jerry Sins was my coach. He's been around since the late 70s and still there, and, a great guy. He teaches more than football, right? I had him as a teacher in school. He teaches life lessons, he teaches, school, and, football is just secondary, right? It's all about life first, and he's a teacher of everything, which is great to have.
Edgar Football Hard Knocks is brought to you by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. Visit securityhealth.org to learn more.
Now again, be smart, play smart, become disciplined, do your job, nothing goofy, just have fun tonight, right? You're going to have a nice crowd here. We talked about alumni, we got the goals on, let's represent, okay? Hey, also, we haven't scored on defense this year. Today would be a pretty nice day to score on defense. Okay, here we go. Let's have a day. Here we go. Let's go. Call it out. Let's go.
Well, good evening and welcome to another High School Football Friday night. We are in Edgar for this matchup between the Edgar Wildcats and the Rosholt Hornets, a crossover game from the Merowith Conference and the CWC. And it is on paper a mismatch here tonight. Edgar coming in with a record of 2-1, and they have outscored their opponents 96-14. Meanwhile, Rosholt coming in with a record of 0-3, and they have been outscored 139-0. They have not scored a point in the season so far. Edgar with wins over Pacelli, 50-0 last week, and a 40-6 win over Stratford the previous week. They lost to Ellsworth in the opener in that defensive struggle here at Edgar High School, 8-6. Meanwhile, Rosholt has lost to St. Mary Catholic, 49-0. Waiawega Fremont, 50-0. And last week it was Marathon knocking off the Hornets by a score of 40-0.
go. Let's go home. Make a play. Let's go play. Have a day. Come on, baby. Have a day.
Yeah, Hunter, I need you. Let's go out there.
Come on, let's have a day. Let's have a day.
Yeah.
Right from the jump. Let's go, Brett. Get it, Bobby. Let's go, Gum. Let's go, Gummy. Hey, us 4. Yes, sir. We're everybody. Gum's not anything. Let's go to college. Let's go. All conference game. Let's go. Let's go. See you in the battle.
Yeah, see you, bud. It's going to be a good day.
Let's go.
Slasher!
Harry G!
Come in to tackle. Rushhold head coach is Mike O'Donnell. Of course, Jerry Sims, the head man for the Wildcats. Green approaches the football, and we're underway. High end over end kick going to be taken at about the 15-yard line, out across the 20, and then knocked down at about the 26.
You're going at 50's right shoulder. Go. Right here, cut.
Dylan leads pass, knocked down by Jace Applebeck. That's going to bring up 4th down.
White tape as well.
You actually don't use white tape on that?
It's that security, that final layer.
Yeah, well.
Give me a half bend, flex. Flex.
Hey, we got a guy for Chase?
We got you wrapped in a second. Just lower.
Jace Applebeck, ball carrier. Tackle by Green Bonnie.
Offset backfield, strike. They're going to hand it off. And this is Weisenberger trying to get it around the corner. He got dragged down and lost his balance. Got inside. They're going to mark him down at about the 15. So a short pickup of maybe a yard or two. And this time, Strite's going to keep it. Rolls right. He wants to throw. He's got a man wide open. That's Baumgartner. He's going to go. Right under center for the 2-point conversion. It's Carter Butt, and he gets knocked down, but he stayed on his feet. Now he pitches the ball back to Strite, and he's going to go around the left side and in.
Let's go! Out of like KB!
2-point conversion attempt.
Good thinking, KB. Brett.
Let's go. Well, let's get fired up.
I think it was that. And Jace did pick me. Yeah, you're fine though. Okay, you're fine. I saw someone come and almost hit Tegan. I didn't know if that was
Loss of one
if
on the
they ran
play,
an X or
second
that was
and
the guys
11.
that came into where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, hey, if they run that X, right, and you lock on a guy, stay, okay? But obviously, we got to keep our eyes on that gap.
Dylan leads pass. Intended for Caleb Zitt.
Weisenberger and Butt in the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Weisenberger. Try the left side. Good block. Gets Weisenberger around the corner, and he's going to be knocked down near the 10-yard line. Going to be first down and more. Credit that one on a great block for Harrison Gravine. Straight under center by backfield. They give it the quick cut up the middle, and that is going to be into the end zone. Chase Applebeck will get the touchdown. 10-yard touchdown run for Chase Applebeck.
Chase, here we go. Start playing ball.
Let's run, Chase.
Let's give it up again for your North High Marching Band.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at StaubCO.com.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Security needs to be at the top of the list when it comes to your family, home, and lifestyle. Our focus is providing your family with peace of mind by offering state-of-the-art systems that blend convenience and security into one. It all starts with our security system, which lets you add control of lights, door locks, thermostats, and more. You can control all of them with your touchscreen keypad or your mobile phone. With this state-of-the-art system, home control can be adjusted to your lifestyle automatically.
It's state-of-the-art security that fits into your lifestyle and your life. Give us a call today to learn more.
Today's game is brought to you by, for any size and occasion, look your best and stop at Muldoon's Menswear in Eau Claire. Muldoon's Menswear on South Hastings Drive in Eau Claire. Castle Insurance of Eau Claire is your independent insurance agent, providing coverage catered to your needs. That's Castle Insurance in Eau Claire. Are you an athlete ready to have the competitive edge? Are you looking to be your best and have the competitive edge at your job? Contact Vince at Athletic Wellness today. For over 30 years, Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors has been the #1 home seller in northern Wisconsin. For realty in the Chippewa Valley, call Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors today. Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season. Today's game is brought to you by Apple Weight Loss Chiropractic Care is more than just making the pain disappear. It's about learning, understanding, and taking care of your body to improve your quality of life with Apple Weight Loss. Whether buying or selling, home, recreation, commercial, no matter your budget, find the listings at DonnellanOnline.com. Franson Bank & Trust has a team of experienced bankers that will provide a vast array of loan products tailored to your situation. Franson Bank & Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire. Big Rivers Conference football. We're getting set to start the third quarter of action. It's Chippewa Falls leading Eau Claire North 17-7. Chi-High got all its points in the first quarter. A Jack Zwiefelo for 25-yard interception return for touchdown. An Ethan Fashionbauer 34-yard field goal. And then a Mason Von Hayden 62-yard pass play to Jackson Boland. 17-0 Chippewa after one. North responded with a Peyton McCracken 17-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Solberg in the second quarter. 17-7 as we get set to start the third quarter. North will kick off to Chippewa Falls. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you, along with producer Colin McLowry. Spargs, again, like we talked going into the halftime break, real important for the Huskies to kind of calm things down in that second quarter. But they're still down 10, and they're going to have to play defense against this high-powered Chi-High offense.
Yeah, they've just got to eliminate that big play. And what happened in the first half, you're looking at Chi-High had two big plays, one on defense, one on offense, and that gave them 2 touchdowns. That pick six was huge that first series, and then they came back with that little bubble screen out there on the wide receiver, and he broke it for 62 yards, as you said. So Huskies just simply have to eliminate the big play. Don't let them get some big play offensively, make them use the yardage and see if they can contain them, get the ball back. Chi-High, on the other hand, they want to run the football. They're going to spread things out. They tried to go that double wing a little bit, was not real successful with it. So I'd imagine they'll probably kind of boycott that here the second half, but we'll see, as they're simply trying to come down here and punch one in here right away to start the second half and get up 24-7.
Update on one of the other Big Rivers Conference scores. Hudson has stretched out its lead at Menominee, 26-14 now. Raiders leading the Mustangs in the third quarter. Both of those teams coming in 2-0 in Big Rivers Conference play. New Richmond is 2-0, up at halftime over Superior 35-0. And the other score, it's River Falls at home, leading Eau Claire Memorial 21-7. Here it's 17-7, Chi-High over North. And Chippewa get the ball back to start this third quarter, and it's Jackson Boland bouncing it outside across the 40 and out to the 49-yard line. Well, I think if there's one thing where Chippewa's had a really big advantage, Sparks, it's with special teams, and that return game especially.
Well, Jackson Boland, what a threat. I mean, he is hands down the best return man I have seen this year. Boy, you just got to get that ball away from him if you're trying to special team with him, I'll tell you. Wow, is he dynamic.
So the line of scrimmage is the 49-yard line. Chippewa, we saw one series go double wing. That was in the second quarter. Now they're back to the spread at the start of the game. 1st and 10 from the 49. Boland in motion. The handoff will go to LeMay. He gets into North territory and taken down. Rashawn Putnick with the tackle.
Yeah, Putnick's made a couple of nice plays so far in this game. He's one of those interior linemen that's getting off blocks, and that's important to not let those running backs get to that second level.
Gain of 2 for LeMay brings up a 2nd and 8.
See if the Cardinals come back here now and want to try to attack the perimeter. They've had some success on the edge. Nope, right up the gut.
LeMay again runs right into a host of Huskies.
Yeah, take your choice inside on that interior. What a great job by the Huskies blowing that up.
76, Bryce Heinbuch. Noah Penninger is there as well. Noah Penninger wearing 99 tonight. I'm going to have to get myself a new roster for North.
Yeah, I guess they've all decided to switch things up for this one.
Third and 8 now for the Cardinals. They'll go bubble screen to the far side, but North sniffs that one out. Short gain on the completion to Sam Hebert. So 4th and 6.
And here comes the punt team.
The punt team comes out. So given where we are in the field, I'm sure somebody on that north sideline is yelling, "Watch the fake."
But again, a great job of that Husky defense. Last 3 series, they've been able to come up with stops.
And
there's
it is
that
a
fake. And he's got a lot of room.
To the 40, to the 30. Great gain for the Cardinals. Wesley Tanzer took the short snap and brought it all the way down to the 20. Chippewa does have a player down right around the 20-yard line. Croy Lindman making the tackle for the Huskies, and it was an important tackle because Tanzer could have taken it the distance.
Yeah, Brendan Crawford's the down guy here for the Cardinals, but Brad, it was like you were in the huddle right there, predicting that little fake on the punt, and boy, did they execute that.
Well, you just think, you get that good kick return to get the ball at midfield, so the first thing you're thinking, all right, maybe you take a shot, maybe you go up top. Well, they didn't do that, and they had a fourth and manageable, and at that point you're thinking, well, if you're going to run a fake, you're not going to do it deep in your own territory. If it's downfield, maybe you bring in Fashibauer for a field goal attempt, but hey, special teams have been a big key for Chi-Hi tonight. With the injured Chi-Hi player, we will step aside for the next 30 seconds and back with more on Zaleski Sports.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
After the successful fake punt by Chippewa Falls, Cardinals have it 1st and 10 from the North 20. Opening drive, third quarter. Cardinals with the football and leading 17-7. It's a lateral pass. And still on his feet is Preston Alger, but he loses the football. It's loose in the end zone. Huskies have it.
They do. It's a touchback.
And it's a touchback. North coming up with a big defensive play.
Now, you said that was Preston Elger on that catch?
Yeah, and it looked like it was a lateral pass.
Yeah, what a great run he had going there, too. He was breaking tackles, getting it down close to the goal line, and it was almost like he started to reach out for the goal line and lost control, and the Huskies get the big break they need.
Huskies defense coming up with some stops. After falling behind 17-0 after a quarter. So now the Husky fans making some noise. They got their defensive stop. Now it's their turn on offense. Hand off. Cam Olson. Wasn't a whole lot there, and just some good footwork by Olson, and then just kind of dropping the shoulder. He got a gain of 3 when it looked like there was absolutely nothing there.
Yeah, and Shipman's in here at quarterback again. So, again, they keep changing who's at quarterback depending on the situation. This is more your run game situation here.
Second and 7 for the Huskies. Olson up the middle. Hole closed quickly as Olson gets out to the 25.
Olson, the ball carrier, tackling the play by number 54, Jackson Martin. Brings up third down for the Huskies.
I don't believe Shipman's attempted a pass yet today. That's usually been when McCracken's been at quarterback.
Shipman will stay in at QB. Huskies looking at a 3rd and 5 from their own 25. Shipman over the middle, tipped and nearly intercepted. So it'll bring up a 4th down.
Brett Christa did a great job undercutting that route as linebacker. Almost had the pick there.
So the Huskies can't take advantage of the turnover after recovering a fumble in the end zone, and now they're going to have to punt from fairly deep in their own territory. Maddox Gertz, he's standing at his own 11, and the very dangerous Carter Bovey standing at his own 45 for Chi High. High snap, not much of a rush. And a fair catch called for by Bovey. So the Cardinals will take over with pretty good field position at their own 49-yard line. Again, the pressure shifts back to this Eau Claire North defense, trying to keep this a 10-point game as we play in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's the second possession now here in the second half where they've started at their 48 and 49-yard line. So, again, a great opportunity here for the Cardinals with great field position.
Two receivers either side. Von Hayden will hand it off. It's Elger. Short carry. Didn't amount to much, but I think that was almost more of a let's restore Preston Alger's confidence, because it was his fumble after catching a pass and taking it almost into the end zone, but coughed it up late.
Yeah, you're right. I think you hit it right on the head. I think that, hey, listen, we believe in you. We believe in everything you can do. Here, take the rock and go run again.
Gain of 1. 2nd and 9 from the 49. Another running play. This time it's LeMay. He got away from somebody in the backfield and pushed forward and got something out of nothing. Somebody had him by the shirt tail, and he broke out of that. Getting to a 3rd and manageable.
Boy, again, that Husky interior linemen have really done a nice job on those runs.
3rd and 5. Cardinals from the Huskies 47. They're going to run the jet sweep near side. And that's going nowhere. Jackson Boland on the carry. He kept looking for a cutback lane. There was nothing there.
Andrew and Frederick, a bunch of guys there met with the tackle.
Huskies fired up, and maybe nobody more fired up than D coordinator Dave Decker. Last time it was a punting situation. Chi High faked it. This time they'll boot it away. It's a high kick. North wants to get away from it. It takes a Huskies bounce. Yeah, Chi High downs it at the 33-yard line.
Only about an 18-yard punt right there, so the Huskies catch a break.
So Eau Claire North back on offense. Little better field position this time around. They'll start at their own 33.
It's funny how you're saying how fired up Dave Decker, the defensive coordinator for the Huskies, is. I think he knows they have to pitch a shutout here in the second half to give them a chance to win this.
McCracken back at quarterback for the Huskies. Correction, that's Shipman.
Zach Shipman, the ball carrier. Tackle the play by number 52.
Hudson now has extended its lead to 33-14 in the third quarter at Menominee. So that's 33 unanswered for Hudson. That's a battle of teams that came in 2-0 in the conference.
Yeah, Hudson making a statement over there.
And it was Tyler Lassard catching another TD pass. We'll see the Raiders next week against Eau Claire Memorial. Over the middle, caught. Brady Jensen into Cardinals territory all the way down to the 45-yard line.
We had talked about Brady Jensen in the first half about how he had that little jump and had that procedure call because we thought he was going to catch one down the seam. Well, they came back with that play right there. There's Brady Jensen at that tight end, just running straight down the seam, and beautiful toss right there by Shipman.
1st and 10, Huskies from the Cardinals 45. North driving and trailing 17-7 in the third quarter. Shipman Gets to the edge, to the 40, still on his feet. Bumped out of bounds right at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, a real nice run right there by Shipman, keeping his feet and getting to the edge.
Yeah, great seal on that left side because they ran to the short side of the field.
Tell you what, I checked the sideline down here. Number 10, Peyton McCracken. He's on the sideline, but he does not have a helmet. So I wonder if there isn't something to do here with maybe an injury that he's not getting in at all because he does not even have a helmet with him.
Yeah, you can maybe see McCracken. He's standing on the sideline right around the 30-yard line wearing the number 10 jersey. But you're right, Sparks, no helmet. Handoff, Olsen. Running room, pushes forward down to the 26-yard line.
Cam Olsen, the ball carrier. Tackle the play by number 40.
Well, we talked about in the second quarter about you've got plenty of time to stay with your offense. Keep running your stuff. And, boy, as this run game all of a sudden really started to click late in the second, here in the third, starting to really make that line of scrimmage change and get the good push.
It's a gain of 5 for Cam Olsen. 2nd and 5. Line of scrimmage, Cardinals 26. Shipman with time, penalty marker thrown. And he's going to be taken down. The ball comes loose, and Chi High gets on top of it.
Shipman was trying to get rid of it to just kind of throw it out of bounds, but as he finally made that decision, it was too late. He was getting brought down, and ball got taken out of his hands. That's probably going to be holding on the Huskies, so this should stay with the Cardinals.
So Chippewa Falls takes over. And once again, the Huskies defense is going to be asked to come up with another stop. Well, put a star by that play because, boy, Huskies looking at a 2nd and 5. They called the pass play and
yeah, it was unfortunate. Shipman, as he rolled, he just didn't have anybody. He's just got to get rid of it. Not a lot sooner than obviously what he was deciding to do. And if he just throws out of bounds, then they can live with another play. But, boy, that's a costly mistake there.
So let's see if Chippewa Falls looks to take a shot after that big momentum switch. They'll throw underneath down the sideline. Abear on the reception.
Yep, Abear just ran a little quick out, hooked up right there at about 7 yards. Good toss that time. Van Hayden found him. Good pickup of 8.
Takes it out to the 45-yard line of Chippewa Falls. Chi High looking at a 2nd and 2.
Here's your double wing.
You run the inside handoff to LeMay. North was ready for that one.
Jackson LeMay, the ball carrier, tackle on the play by number 58, Taylor Frederick.
Frederick, nice job of staying home, waiting for that counter to come back to him. He just anchored right there in the hole and made the play.
Well, you're going up against this double wing. You got to read your keys if you're a D lineman or a linebacker.
Go
hand it off to LeMay, getting to the edge. LeMay, 50, 45, 40. Bumped out of bounds, but not before a big gain. And Chi High in business down to the 34-yard line of the Huskies.
Yeah, what a nice job of that offensive line and those wing and halfback on that side to really seal the edge. Able to get that edge for him. He was able to use his speed to get to the outside, pick up plenty of yards for that first down.
1st and 10, Chippewa Falls. From the Eau Claire North 34. 2 receivers either side. In the backfield is Alger. Play fake his way. Von Hayden under pressure, throws underneath to LeMay, who can't spin away from that Huskies tackle.
Von Hayden's pass complete to number 1, Jackson LeMay.
45, Devin Andrew on the stop. Andrew playing in place of the injured Cade Johnson at linebacker for the Huskies. And now Devin Andrew having to leave the field.
Yeah, limping off. Looks like an ankle there.
2nd and 10, Chippewa from the North 34. Up the middle goes LeMay. And he will take it down to the 30-yard line.
Actually, one of their better runs of the day. It's something right up the middle. They haven't had a lot of success, but that picks up 5, so 3rd and 5. And again, I'd put them in 4-down territory by now.
Back to the double wing. Von Hayden under center. They'll hand it off on the sweep to Xander Neal. Neal down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. But another big gain for the Cardinals. And once again, it's that Chi-High team speed.
Yeah, and they blocked that one to the short side of the field that time. A lot of times the Cardinals will come up to the line of scrimmage and do a number count. You know, see how many guys on defense to the right and left of the formation and simply call it to go to the weak side. They did there.
1st and 10 Cardinals from the 11. Handoff straight up the middle. Devin Bush. He's taken down right around the 6-yard line.
Quick hitter there. Didn't mess around. Got to the line of scrimmage, took the snap. Kind of caught the Huskies on their heels.
Rashawn Putnick, another tackle for the Huskies. He has played well tonight. 2nd and 5 now for Chippewa. Line of scrimmage to the North 6. Inside handoff.
That one opened up.
Xander Neal. And he's into the end zone for a Chippewa Falls touchdown.
One of the few times that reverse kind of came underneath and opened up. And, boy, beautiful run right now to find that seam, and they put it in the end zone.
So Chippewa Falls increases its lead 23-7. And turning that North fumble into points. Here's Fashingbauer for the PAT. Kick on the way, and it is good. Minute 33 remaining. 3rd quarter, Chippewa Falls 24, Eau Claire North 7. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's trusted gutter and gutter helmet experts. Our highly trained certified technicians can install gutter helmet onto new or existing gutters. Gutter helmet blends in beautifully with your home, can withstand the heaviest of rainfalls, and is backed by a lifetime transferable warranty. Save up to 20% with zero down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with seamless gutters and gutter helmet. Brought to you by Asher Laston Exteriors.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire. Chippewa Falls now leading 24-7 in the 3rd quarter over Eau Claire North. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. North backs to the wall now, Sparks.
Yeah, they sure are. We're almost into the 4th quarter. Now they're down 3 scores. This is getting a little tough here now for the Huskies.
Fashingbauer to kick off. One thing the Huskies have not had tonight is a big kick return. That's a short kick. It's going to sail out of bounds.
That looked like one of my tee-offs on a par 3 right there. Hard left.
I laugh because I feel your pain, Sparks.
Well, that helps the Huskies. They're in a good field position now to start this drive.
And what makes it difficult for North is that they're in much more of a passing situation. But Peyton McCracken, their starting quarterback, he's on the sideline without his helmet. So you're assuming an injury-type situation Zach Shipman is had some nice runs. He's done some good things. But a turnover on that last Huskies possession, lost a fumble. Chi-High took over, marched downfield, and scored. Here's Shipman on the keeper. He gets to the edge, pushing forward and across the 45. We'll say this about Zach Shipman. He's a tough kid.
He is a tough runner and a good runner there at quarterback. And you can just see how the whole offense is switched with him there back at quarterback, because they're willing to let him carry the load and use Cam Olsen as a blocker for him.
First down, Huskies. They get it out to their own 46. Handoff, Cam Olsen. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 47. They blew the play dead before that last little push by Olsen. Gain of a couple to bring up the 2nd and 8. All things considered, though, I'd say Chi-High's done a good job defending Cam Olsen tonight.
Oh, absolutely. They've really kept him in contain. They don't let him break a big one at all. Easy for me to say.
Two receivers to the right. You got the H-back Jensen on the right side. Travion Johnson to the near side. 2nd and 8. Tipped. Incomplete. Doing a nice job that time dropping into coverage is Isaiah Bainan.
Yeah, Bainan, like you said, real nice job on his drop there and kind of peeking over his shoulder to see where that receiver is. And you could see he ran a deep out. So he undercut the route a little bit, got up, and got a hand on it. Makes it 3rd and long.
7 seconds remaining. If you look on the clock, it says 007. I think the Huskies are going to need a James Bond type, several James Bond type maneuvers to cut into this deficit.
Comes a reverse.
Huskies have blocking to the far side.
Well, good job by those two Cardinals.
Carter Burns, but Chi-High strung that play out. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Just one score in the 3rd. It was a Xander Neal 6-yard touchdown run. Ethan Fashionbauer kicked the PAT. So after 3, your score, Chippewa Falls 24, Eau Claire North 7. We got the 4th quarter coming up right after this on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
We are back at Carson Park. North Huskies talking it over. They're looking at a 4th and 4 from their own 48-yard line. Or correction, from the Chi-High 48-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Huskies decide to do. If they're going to punt it away here to start the 4th quarter, they're going to go for it. And they're going to go for it.
Well, I think at this point you kind of have to.
I would agree.
And
in this position of the field too.
Yeah, you got a guy like Cam Olsen. You got some good receivers. So now they're going to flip the receivers. They're going to bring Travion Johnson to the near side.
Yeah, they want to flip the formation here to the wide side.
And
they got to burn a
timeout. Going to take a timeout. He didn't like
how
that
unfortunate.
play was developing.
Yeah, you don't like when that happens. You had all that time in the changeover there, the quarter, to discuss what you're going to run and what plays, and that's one of those things where hopefully you've got that set, so when you take the field, you're ready to go. But having to burn a timeout there hurts.
Score from the Clover Belt. Regis in a close one wins at Fall Creek 16-14. That one was close the whole way. Good one going on in the middle border. It's Rice Lake leading over Baldwin Woodville, 34-21.
It still sounds strange when you say Rice Lake, middle border, not in the big rivers anymore.
And that's all going to change next year, too, Sparks.
And everything goes changing.
Well, the big river is going to look a little bit different. Eau Claire Screws moving in with the Valley Schools. Rolling to his left is Shipman.
He's got to dish it off.
Throws over the
good completion.
middle.
Depends on the spot. They're going to call interference.
Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hit him just a tad early. That'll be an interference. That'll give the Huskies a first down.
Catch was made by Brady Jensen. Give Shipman credit because tough throw for a righty. Rolling to his left, and he was under pressure, but rolled out enough to let Brady Jensen clear, and then the D-back came in and hit Jensen early. So the drive stays alive.
Yeah, you're right. As he rolled, he was looking for his receiver down that sideline, and he was well covered, so he just kind of held on to it, and those Cardinals were closing fast. They're about to take him down, and he saw Jensen coming across underneath, and that was a really tough throw, and Jensen actually made the catch even though he was hit early. Huskies stay alive on this drive.
And the result of the penalty is going to move the ball down to the 32-yard line. So 1st and 10 Huskies from the Cardinals 32, trailing 24-7, just underway, fourth quarter.
Straight drop
Deep
back.
ball. And making the adjustment, Travion Johnson. What a catch.
Well, Johnson showing his athleticism as that ball was in the air. You could see him make the adjustment to cut inside the D-back and go out and get that away from him. What an adjustment by him.
Zwiefelhofer, who had that pick six in the first quarter, was going with the receiver, but Johnson was the guy who saw the ball up in the lights, made the adjustment. 1st and goal, Huskies from the 5. Keeper, Shipman, taken out of bounds.
Number 11, Zach Shipman, the ball carrier, tackled on the play by number 85, Colton Petska. Brings up 2nd down and goal for the Huskies.
Pepska and Tanzer on the play there on the edge.
Again, we talk about the team speed for Chippewa. It's not just the skill guys. The backers all run really well.
Those linebackers run. You're absolutely right.
And they're able to get sideline to sideline. And we've seen North use its speed in games earlier this season. But tonight, it just, again, that team speed overall for Chi-High, it's been impressive. 2nd and goal now from the 3. Plowing straight up the middle goes Cam Olson.
Cam Olson, the ball carrier.
Taken down short of the goal line. Clock continues to move. We are now under 11 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. 3rd and goal now, Huskies. And they're going to go with that jumbo package now. They're going to bring in the backup H-back, Colin Robidic. Brady Jensen is going to stay in there as well. We'll keep Travion Johnson. We'll split him to the left. Carter Burns will be to the right. Under center is Shipman. Plowing forward.
Did not get there.
Not by that
short.
spot. Trying that QB sneak, trying to get a little push from behind.
Yeah, not as successful as the Philadelphia team from last night, huh? Those Eagles ran it about 4 or 5 times or a first down every time.
You can tell they've worked on that play.
Well, 4th and 1 here, Bob.
Ball is right on the 1-yard line. Huskies again will stay with that jumbo package.
I think you got to go off tackle here. Terry bounced it.
Carrying it into the out. No, they say he stopped.
He was stuck right at the goal line. It looked like he was getting over. But they're going to say he's inches short.
Shipman on the carry. I thought he had it.
Who came up with that hit? Wish we had a number on that one.
They're going to say Brett Christa with the stop. Wow.
Did he come up and lay the wood to him, though? Because he had that. Well, it looked like touchdown off tackle, and Christa just came up and thumped him just as he was about there. Just stoned him.
So now the Cardinals will take over inside their own 1 yard line. Cardinals will hand it up the middle. Huskies wanted the safety, but forward progress appeared to get the running back at least to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he might have picked up an inch or two, but that was about it. That Husky defense knew that was coming right up the middle.
Boy, if you're Chi High, do you dare try to get the ball out to the perimeter here?
Yeah, that's what you're worried about. This double wing is trying to run one of those double reverses or inside reverses. You worry about that fumble. And that's just a straight. And there it is in the backfield.
Off on the sweep.
There it is.
And Jackson LeMay is tackled in the end zone for a safety.
That's what we're just talking about. Your concern is trying to run one of those reverses or inside handoff type things that takes time to get to the perimeter instead of the straight ahead. And sure enough, Huskies get the penetration, pick up the safety.
Taylor Frederick was in on the tackle. 24-9. Sparks, how about that?
Well, it's exactly what they needed. They need something positive out of that, and they get the 2 points, and we get the ball back.
Yeah, I think that's the big key is you get the ball back, and so now the offensive coaches are going to huddle up for North, and then the special teams coaches are going to talk about, hey, let's see if we can pop a return here.
Yeah, they should get good field position after this kick.
Well, credit the North Huskies. Remember that they fell down 17-0 after one. Since then, they've outscored Chi High 9-7.
Yeah, it's been very even since that 17-0. It's been very back and forth.
And it appears that the Cardinals will kick this, and they'll have Ethan Fashionbauer teeing the ball up at his own 20. So they're going to kick it and not punt it.
Yeah, he has struggled a little bit with his kickoffs. He's kicked them out of bounds and kicked them short. So, like I said, Huskies should come up with pretty good field position off of this.
Husky fans starting to make some noise. A little quiet after it was 24-7 in the third, but good boot by Fashionbauer. Huskies will take it at their own 25. Johnson coming to the near sideline. Johnson to the 50.
He's to the house.
Down the sideline. 20, 10, knocked out of bounds.
I guess I'd call that good field position.
Travion Johnson with a huge kick return for the Huskies, and they're back in business.
Boy, there's a guy that's come up big here late in this game. 2 big plays for the Huskies.
Line of scrimmage, the Chi High 7, 1st and goal. Boy, Jackson Bolin, hustle play to make that tackle.
Absolutely, came a long ways over to catch up to him and knock out and save the score. Huskies need to get 7 out of this.
Shipman remains at quarterback. Running back is Olsen. Now we get a penalty marker.
Tough call as we delay a game here. Oh, illegal sub. And there's 12. Count them up, folks. Big mistake there.
So that'll back up the Huskies to the 12. Still great field position after that kick return by Travion Johnson. 8:47 remaining fourth quarter. Shipman He's got blocking. Shipman down the sideline, knocked out of bounds. They're going to mark him out at the 3-yard line.
Jackson Martin there again. Outstanding linebacker for the Cardinals. Real good pickup on first down, though, as he was able to get the edge there.
They're going to say he went out at the 4-yard line, so 2nd and goal from the 4. Johnson to the left, Burns to the right. Handoff, Cameron Olsen pushing forward.
Oh, he's just short. Looked like he was there. That side judge has got him a half a yard short.
Just like the last drive, the Huskies are knocking on the door. We'll see what they do here. Shipman getting some instructions from head coach Matt McGinnis. Let's see if they go with that jumbo package or let Shipman take it under center. Yep, they're going to keep. Now Shipman's going to go take the snap. Quarterback
that should
sneak.
be doing. That should do it. There he is.
Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, here's your question now. You're down 9. Do you kick it for 1 to get within 8, or do you go for 2 to make it 7?
Generally, the wisdom there, Sparks, is you get your 1 point now and save that 2-point conversion for a potential tie.
Absolutely. That's what the book tells you. Go for 1 so you're within 1 score. Well, now there's some confusion here on the Husky sideline about what they're going to do. They're going to go for 2 here.
The score is 24-15. So they might be thinking, hey, we got some momentum now after the 2 touchdowns, and now we're going to get a timeout by North.
Like I said, there was some confusion on that, what was going on the sideline.
Do you like the call, going for 2 here?
To be honest, no. I'm with you. I think the book tells you, hey, kick it. Let's get within 1 score. At least we know we're 1 score out. You miss it here, now you're back to 2 scores with under 8 minutes left. So I think, again, high school football is an extra point and automatic. No, not necessarily.
Really. Yeah.
But if you believe in your kicker for sure, the extra point, then you kick it. Like you said, you get within 1 possession.
We talked about Tyler Lassard of Hudson being a good player. He had a pick 6 for a touchdown. So he's got 2 touchdown receptions, a pick 6. It's now 40-22, 4th quarter. Hudson on top of Menominee.
Looks like they got that in. Looks like the Huskies have changed their mind. Looks like they're going to go and kick this to get within 1 possession.
And maybe the thought was line up for 2, take a look at what that defensive alignment is. So a big PAT coming here for the Huskies. Solberg is the kicker. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. 7:54 remaining, 4th quarter. Your score, Chippewa Falls 24, Eau Claire North 16. Back with the fantastic finish of this one on Zaleski Sports.
At Marquardt Motors, we want our customers to experience the highest possible level of satisfaction. That's why we offer the largest selection of new and used vehicles at the lowest possible price. It's why we offer Saturday service, and we have our own body shop on site. I'm Dave Marquardt. I invite you to come experience the personal service we've worked for 50 years to achieve and will continue to improve on for many years to come.
Eau Claire North Huskies fell behind 24-7 in the 3rd quarter, but they responded after they got stuffed at the goal line. They turned around and tackled Chai High in the end zone for a safety, got a great return on the ensuing kick, then just punched in a touchdown, kicked the PAT, and it's 24-16.
Well, we talked about the first half, how the Cardinals had the 2 big plays, to get themselves up, and all of a sudden the second half, the Huskies have come up with those big plays to get back into it.
Solberg with the boot. It's a good one. Chi-High from its own 5. Cutting up the middle of the field. Look out. Taking it down the near sideline. He may go the distance, and he will.
But there's a flag. He's going to get penalized for unsportsmanlike before he got in the end zone.
Carter Bovey on the return.
He is absolutely electric, but he's going to cost his team some points.
Defense and special teams for Chi-High tonight. It's just been really good.
Those are the best special teams groups I've seen yet is Chi-High. Outstanding. So we're going to have to take a look here and see if they're going to give him the touchdown, or does that come back out from where he got the penalty?
The referee will now come over and talk to North coach Matt McGinnis. If it stands, it'd be a 95-yard kickoff return.
At least, yeah. It might have been more like 98 because that was a heck of a kickoff.
Yeah, it was a really good boot.
You know, it's funny. You said great kick, but I think he almost outkicked his coverage. Oh, he gets the touchdown. Well, that's
Carter
interesting.
Bovey. Wow.
Yeah. He was able to get the score. Then they'll put that on the kickoff. But, wow, what an electric return that was. He has just been phenomenal all night on those returns.
30-16, Chippewa. Now McIntyre on for the extra point. High snap. Chi-High will cover it up. So with 7:39 remaining, Chippewa Falls leads Eau Claire North 30-16. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Toyson Ford. Stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. An SC Swiderski apartment or home is certain to be where you want to live, work, and play throughout the Chippewa Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Wall-to-Wall Carpet One, located on East Hamilton Avenue in Eau Claire. Give Wall-to-Wall Carpet One a call at 715-598-4485. Since 2009, Momentum Baseball Academy has been leading baseball instruction in western Wisconsin. Momentum Baseball Academy, official partner of the Eau Claire Express.
Seven minutes, 39 seconds to go. We've had a season's worth of action in this fourth quarter alone. A North safety, North touchdown and a PAT, followed by a 95-yard kickoff return by Carter Bovey. PAT was no good, so the margin is 14, and the personal foul penalty on the Huskies that was whistled against Bovey on his kick return means Chi-High will be kicking off from its own 25. Now, the last time they were in a similar position like this following the safety, it was Travion Johnson who took the ball back all the way to the Chi-High 7. So we've had some explosive returns from both teams.
Yeah, the Cardinals here, I bet you will kick that away from Johnson.
Fashingbauer puts the right foot into it, and it's coming down to Travion Johnson.
Going to give him another chance.
He's going to take it to the right side. Johnson looking for that seam.
Great return again.
Gets it into Chi-High territory.
I guess it was just too obvious to go ahead and kick away from him. Boy, just again, you're giving those guys that can make plays an opportunity when you get kicking the ball.
Well, offense, defense, special teams. It's not always a third. Sometimes one aspect takes on more importance. But, boy, special teams have been huge in this one tonight.
It absolutely is. I can't remember the last time we've seen so many big plays just on the special teams.
First and 10 Huskies from the Cardinals 48. To the far side, caught. And a good gain on first down. A nice toss by Shipman. He got it to Carter Burns.
Yeah, nice quick out there by Burns. Take it if you can get it. A little quick 5-6 yards. Now they do want to get in and out of the huddle a little quicker here now as we're getting towards that 7-minute mark and they're 2 scores down. So North, let's see if they can get in and out a little quicker.
2nd and 5 Huskies. Line of scrimmage is the 43. Handoff Olson. Gets inside the 40, close to first down yardage. He'll be about a yard short.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 here. But again, they're staying within their offense, right? The quick out for 5, run Olson for 4. And the biggest thing is they've got to get in the end zone, so you still got to run their offense.
Clock moving. We're under 6.5 minutes left, fourth quarter. This has been entertaining. 3rd and 1 for the Huskies.
Oh, what a play, knifing through.
Shipman, where's the spot going to be? And it looked like they're going to spot him down at the 39, so 4th and 1.
Jackson Martin, the linebacker, shooting through to make that play in the backfield. Boy, he's made a lot of big tackles tonight.
Yeah, that linebacking core of Tanzer, Bain, Martin, and Krista, boy, they're solid. Good group. 4th and 1 Huskies. Will Shipman keep it, or will he hand it off to Cam Olson? It'll be the handoff. Olson
and he'll
finds
get the
some
first.
running room off a left tackle. First down, Huskies. Clock continues to move. Now they blow it dead, and they're going to move the chains.
Nice job by Cam Olson. They're kind of getting skinny. He got to the hole, had to turn sideways in order to get up in there and get that first down.
Clock moving again. Huskies get out of the huddle fairly quickly.
Let's see if they go up top here now.
Solberg slot right. Burns wide right. Johnson wide left. Shipman throws to Johnson. Makes the catch, but then more gang tackling by the Cardinals.
You know, that's one of those where it was almost touched the turf as he caught it, but I think the Cardinals are fine with that to let that be a catch because it's only 5 yards and the clock keeps moving.
Defensive back closed quickly there as well, and then hung on until he had some defensive help. 2nd and 6 now. Shipman, pressure coming.
He's got room to run.
Shipman gets inside the 40. Gets inside the 35. He's taken down at the 32. 3rd down now for North. They're going to try to go quickly here. Chi-Hi wanted to get a defender out there, but just unable to make the substitution. Shipman rolling to his left, throws incomplete.
Oh, tough
Tried
throw
to
there.
get it underneath to Brady Jensen, who would have had the first down.
Yeah, Brady Jensen slipped out there into the flats. Had a guy cover him, so Shipman had to put a little touch on that to get it up over that defender, and it just went off Jensen's hands.
4 minutes, 2 seconds remaining. Huskies looking at a 4th and 4, and for all intents and purposes, this is the ball game here for North.
I still think you got to roll Shipman. I think you got to put him on the edge and let him read if he can get it to somebody on the pass, or give him the opportunity to tuck and run it.
Shipman throws near sideline, and it's caught.
For a first down.
Down Huskies.
Great job by Shipman. Wow, good patience rolling out. It almost looked like he wanted to come back here and throw a throwback screen as he checked behind him, but that was all bottled up inside. And kept his eyes downfield, found his receiver on the sideline.
And that receiver was Aaron Solberg, who found a soft spot in that zone and got deep enough to get ahead of the sticks.
Yeah,
so
great
first
job.
down Huskies.
Yeah, great job knowing where the sticks are.
1st and 10 from the Chi-Hi 27. Shipman, pump fake. Deep ball, he's got a man, and he just overthrew Travion Johnson. Oh, they had that one.
They did. Johnson gave it the old stop and go. Kind of hooked up at about 7-8 yards, got the D-back to jump on it, and he sailed right past him, but Shipman just overthrew him.
2nd and 10. Shipman gets the play from the sideline. Husky fans coming to their feet, trying to urge on their team to complete this comeback. Again, it's Johnson out to the right. Shipman looking over the middle. It's caught inside the 20.
Just short of the first down.
Solberg on the reception. Now Solberg slow to get up.
It looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him right there, and a tough tackle.
We will step aside for the next 30 seconds. Back with more on Zaleski Sports.
Just when it seems life is smooth sailing, life happens. When it does, let Potter Agency help make all your insurance arrangements a breeze. Potter Agency is a local agency and will work to save you money. We have the best selection of insurance company products, and our dedicated agents will tailor your coverage to your needs. Give us a call or check out our website. When life is a little choppy, let Potter Agency help guide you to smoother waters.
3 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. North trying to cap off a comeback. They trail 30-16. Shipman down the sideline, knocked out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
That's been a real nice play for them now the second half. Let Olsen just kind of lead him around the edge, and Shipman's a good ball carrier. He's gotten some good runs on the edge.
BRC final to pass along. It's Hudson, 46. Menominee 22, that game in Menominee. So the Raiders now 4-1 overall, 3-0. And at the moment in first place in the BRC. Menominee drops to 4-1 overall, 2-1 in the Big River. Superior was losing big at New Richmond, so the New Richmond Tigers in good shape to also improve to 3-0 in the BRC. Shipman throwing deep into the corner, incomplete. A lot of hand fighting down there between receiver and D-back. Carter Burns was the intended receiver.
Yeah, good job by both those guys, just trying to get up and get to the football. That battle was won by the Cardinals.
That's a long pass coming from the near hash, going to that left corner.
Yeah, that's up in the air a long time.
Second and 10, Huskies from the Cardinals 12. Shipman over the middle, caught. Down inside the 5-yard line.
3rd and 1.
Jensen on the reception. So the Huskies looking at a 3rd and 2.
Good patience by Shipman there to wait for Jensen to clear as he drug across the middle there.
Shipman will keep it. Pushing forward.
Should get the first down.
Really close to first down yardage. Yeah, by that spot, he should have it. And it is a first down for the Huskies. It'll be 1st and goal. 2:19 remaining.
Well, the Huskies are looking to punch this in and then obviously come back with an onside kick. But first things first, they got to punch this one in.
Clock moving again after the stoppage from the 4. Hand off up the middle, and that one was stuffed.
Yeah, pick up maybe one there. Huskies got to hurry.
It's Cam Olsen on the carry, but that hole closed up quickly. Under a minute 45 left. Shipman rolling. He's in trouble. He's got to get rid of it. And it's intercepted.
Did he really come down with that inbounds? He did.
By the Cardinals.
But we got to have a flag here in the end zone. Holding on the defense. They're going to call defensive holding on the Cardinals, I think, here.
So another opportunity for the Huskies. Now, Sparks, they're going to spot that one on the, well, they're going to spot it between the hash marks. So we'll see if the Huskies, if they roll out Shipman, they'll roll to the right side and not the left.
Yeah, I think you almost got to go Olsen here or let Shipman follow Olsen up.
Line of scrimmage is the 1. I need to put Shipman under center. Here's the snap. Quarterback sneak.
Still no call yet. Clock should be running.
Touchdown!
There we go.
There's the signal. Shipman with the QB sneak.
Well, you kick the extra point, and then you get your onside team ready to go.
So another short TD run by Shipman to make it 30-22. Solberg on for the PAT. Kick is up. It is good. Minute 25 left. Chippewa Falls 30, Eau Claire North 23. Back with the final minute 25 of this one right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
All right, we're back at Carson Park. This one has been entertaining from the get-go, especially in the fourth quarter, which began with Chippewa Falls leading North 24-7. Now your score is Chippewa 30, North 23.
And here comes one of the most exciting plays in football, the old onside kick. It's got the bounce.
Get the hop.
Oh, look out.
But
look
it's picked up by Bovey. He goes down the sideline. He's going to get another kick return for a touchdown. How about that?
Bovey's in on the hands team. What are the odds that he finds the football and that young man takes it to the house?
Sparks, we've officially seen everything.
Do you think we have an official player of the game?
Yeah, I would
Holy
think
smokes,
so.
Has he come up big for them?
My goodness.
Just when you think you've seen everything. Wow.
36-23. Now Fashingbauer on for the PAT. A wild game, Sparks.
So many big plays on the special teams tonight. This is unbelievable.
Fashingbauer. That didn't
crazy one.
Look good at all as it went right through the hands of the holder. 36-23, minute 17 to go. We'll take a 30-second timeout and catch our breath. Back with a finish of this one on Zaleski Sports.
Blue Northern Distributing of Eau Claire, Wisconsin is a local family-owned business and has been distributing products in western Wisconsin for over 20 years. Our friendly truck drivers are extensively trained to be the best in the industry.
Because it's a really good family-oriented company.
Blue Northern distributes milk and dairy products to many schools and businesses. Right now, we are seeking qualified Class A truck drivers to join our fleet. Apply today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com.
Chippewa Falls 36, Eau Claire North 23. 2 kick returns by Carter Bovey here in the fourth quarter for Chippewa Falls. After North is making a big-time comeback, a 95-yard kick return. That made it 30-16, and then after a North touchdown at PAT, North tried the onside kick, and what does Carter Bovey do? He just takes it on the hop and takes it back some 55 yards or so. But I'll guarantee you, if I talk to Chuck Rakovich after the game and bring up special teams, he's going to lament the missed extra points and he's going to find the things to work on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Expect a veteran
absolutely.
coach,
but wow, has it been fun to watch Carter Bovey tonight?
Yeah, wow. Now here's the kick from Fashionbauer. It's touched by one of the Huskies. Now they're going to try the return. And getting a good return is Maddox Gertz, who brings it up to the 40-yard line. Well, you know, we've seen the Huskies this year. This is a team that'll battle you. This isn't the, this is the old school Huskies. This is kind of a new era under Matt McGinnis, and we've kind of seen this thing building for a couple of years. And a team that feels confident that they can go toe-to-toe with just about anybody in the BRC. But they knew they were going to have a tough one today with Chippewa.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, they've just done nothing but battle all night. Didn't matter if they got down 17 early. They came back, battled back. They kept getting down, and all of a sudden they just found themselves within a touchdown here late in the game until Bovey took it away.
Shipman under pressure. Throws far side incomplete. Trying to get that one to Brady Jensen. Yeah, you look at North, came into this game 3-1. That's one win more than they had all of last year through 9 games. They were 2-7. They finished 2-5 in the BRC, but they took some steps.
Well, even tonight, when you talk about other Big Rivers teams taking a look at this film and scouting them, they're going to realize that, hey, North's the real deal. You better not take them lightly or they'll come in there and they'll beat you.
Shipman over the middle. He's got a completion out to midfield.
Just shy of the first. The clock will
Solberg
keep rolling.
Making the catch. Carter Bovey with the tackle.
I don't know why the clock's not running unless they use the timeout. Oh, we got a penalty.
That's why.
There we go. There's always a reason.
North will be on the road next week to Menominee. Remember the Huskies defeated the Mustangs here at Carson Park last year to snap a very long losing streak to Menominee. So both of those teams coming off losses. And I'm sure the Menominee players will remember what happened last year. But at the same time, North, I think, goes to Menominee next week thinking, okay, we can compete. Just have to play a clean ball game.
Absolutely. These got to clean up their special teams. And
Shipman over the
good
middle.
Ball.
It's caught.
Good ball.
Burns gets it to the 45. The North Loyalists want a penalty there. And
Shipman doing a good job throwing the football here late in the game. Help build his confidence in case McCracken can't come back.
Continues to move. We're under 30 seconds remaining. McCracken under pressure, taken down from behind.
And he was down before that came loose.
Pressure came from the backside, and Chi High gets the sack.
Huskies will use their last time out here. And Shipman's still down, but it just looks like he's got a cramp going right now.
Colton Petska with the sack.
Yeah, great job coming off that backside, off the edge, and just staying with it and chasing him down.
So Shipman will head to the sideline, and now we'll have Peyton McCracken going back in.
Yeah, to come in for one play here. Shipman has to come out. Well, I don't think he really has to, though. They used the timeout, so. And McCracken just got a little gimp in his walk, it seems like, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So that might be some lower body that just kind of kept him out the second half. We'll see how he does here, just getting rid of the football.
He's going to roll to his right. Sets up, throws down the sideline, a little too high for Travion Johnson.
Yeah, McCracken tried to roll out there and make something happen, but again, tough when you're not 100%. And that'll do it. Chi will take over here.
We do have a final in that New Richmond game. Tigers defeat Superior 48-8. So, New Richmond now 5-0 overall, 3-0 in the conference. So, it'll be Hudson and New Richmond tied for the lead in the Big Rivers Conference as the only BRC unbeatens. So the Cardinals go to victory formation. They will improve to 2-3 overall, 1-2 in the Big Rivers Conference. Huskies will drop to 3-2 overall, 2-1 in the Big Rivers. This was an entertaining game. Well played on both sides. Excellent effort by both teams, but in the end, it's Chippewa Falls. A lot of big plays tonight. Chi defeats Eau Claire North 36-23. Sparks, your thoughts on this one?
Well, you said it. Just a lot of big plays, and Chippewa came away with more of them. You talk about the number of kick returns, punt returns, and interception for a pick six early in the game. You almost forget about that. It happened so long ago. But, yeah, Chi, too many big plays for the Huskies, and they're going to come away with the victory tonight.
We'll recap the scoring in this one, and it was a big play first quarter. Jack Zwiefelhofer, 25-yard interception return for the touchdown. Luke McIntyre booted the PAT, and with 11:03 to go in the first quarter, Chippewa led 7-0. Chippewa then got the ball back. Drive stalled. Ethan Fashionbauer booted a 34-yard field goal with 5:23 remaining in the first. Chi led 10-0. And then late in the quarter, Mason Von Hayden, a 62-yard strike to Jackson Boland. McIntyre, another extra point, 17-0 Chi after one. After a couple turnovers, or check that, second quarter, it was Peyton McCracken, 17-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Solberg. Solberg booted the PAT, 17-7 was your score at the half. Teams exchanged fumbles in the third quarter. Chippewa Xander Neal scored on a 6-yard touchdown run. Fashionbauer booted the extra point to make it 24-7. Then things just got wild in the fourth quarter. Chippewa got a goal line stop. But then North tackled Jackson LeMay in the end zone for a safety. 24-9. Great kickoff return by Travion Johnson gave North great field position inside the 10. Zach Shipman ran it in for the touchdown. Solberg booted the PAT to make it 24-16 with 7:54 remaining in the fourth. North kicked off. Carter Bovey took it back 95 yards on the return. PAT was no good. 7:39 left. Your score was 30-16. North drove downfield, and with 1:25 to go, Zach Shipman on another QB sneak. The Solberg PAT was good. It was 30-23. North lined up for the onside kick. The ball took a hop and landed right in the hands of Carter Bovey, who took it back 55 yards for the touchdown. That PAT was no good, so your final 36-23. Great game. Very entertaining. Yeah, I think both sides will, both coaching staffs will go to the tape on this one and, look to make their corrections. North, they're going to have to put this one in the rearview mirror. They're going to have to learn from some mistakes. And they get another big challenge next week when they go to Menominee. Chi High's got to feel great thinking, hey, look, we're right back in it now. We got to win. We got a win we needed. Now we have a chance. Now we can get back to, we put a couple wins together. We're in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm sure Chippewa was thinking the same thing. They're 1-3, but they lost to 3 very good teams, and they came here to Carson Park facing a 3-1 Eau Claire North, who was a very good team, and yet this time Chippewa finds a way to come out on top, and that's going to build some momentum for them the rest of the season. And really the Huskies, they had such a great charge here late in the third and the fourth quarters to get back into this thing. They're just going to go back, like you said, watch film and kind of cheer up some of those special team mistakes that cost them so dearly.
So 36-23 is your final. Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you experience any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on prompt, proper diagnosis and customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, Western Wisconsin. The Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine postgame show coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called the labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate the segment of untreated patients or patients with delayed treatment who have curable hip pathology, educating potential patients and their providers that these symptoms are not things they need to live with, or that they are not from their back or groin pulls or early arthritis. Few orthopedic surgeons are operating on hips through a scope because it is a newer and technically difficult surgery. Therefore, certain diagnoses may be missed by physicians not familiar with these newer treatment options.
Patients I see with hip joint pain that can be fixed and not just replaced can range from their mid-teens or younger teens to 50, 60 years old. In the past, patients who had labral tears in their hip were told that they may have some pre-arthritis or an early arthritic problem. They may be told that they were just prone to frequent groin pulls in the sport of their choice. And taking some time away from their sport, they may sometimes be able to return to the sport with just continued pain. And fortunately now, with our knowledge of the concept of labral tears and our ability to treat that problem, we can take people who are otherwise just waiting 20 years to undergo a hip replacement, or just feeling that they can't ever participate in that activity because they'll just keep getting groin pulls. We can take that person, we can make them better, we can fix their problem, we can bring them back to their sport, and allow them to continue to develop as an athlete or as a worker or whatever particular activity they're trying to do where that hip was affecting them.
Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine has been committed to the healthcare needs of patients in western Wisconsin for over 45 years. Their success and reputation as an outstanding orthopedic clinic can be attributed to the teamwork of their friendly, knowledgeable physicians and staff.
Here at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we have 12 partners, orthopedics, neurosurgery, non-operative spine, and foot and ankle. We really pride ourselves in listening closely to the patients and hearing what they're saying, spending a lot of time engaging in the conversation of what is really bothering that person.
After meeting with the patient, Dr. Carlson determined that his difficulties had all been related to painful hip impingement.
It was incredibly important for me to...
All right, welcome back to Carson Park in Eau Claire, joined now by Chi High head coach Chuck Rakovich. And Rako, you've been at coaching for a long time. Have you ever had a game where you got 2 kick returns for a touchdown, a pick 6 for a touchdown, and then an offensive touchdown?
Pretty special. That doesn't happen very often. I'm not so sure it's ever happened to me.
In this game, I mean, how important was it for you guys to get that early score and grab some of that early momentum against the North team? That's pretty tough.
I think it was huge because obviously North's on a high. You know, they were on a 3-game win streak and we were on a 3-game losing streak. And if we didn't jump up on them early like that, I think we'd have been in trouble. I think North's enthusiasm, their renewed energy towards the program, I think that would have taken over.
You got a young team, 20 of your 22 offensive and defensive starters are first-year starters, and yet you've got a ton of team speed. We saw that on defense. We obviously saw that in special teams. Where's that come from?
Well, you know, they always say speed kills, you know, and I guess I'd rather have a team full of fast guys than a team full of big, slow guys.
What does a win like this do for you guys? I mean, it kind of gets, again, it just, obviously it's a boost for the team, it's an emotional lift, but at the same time, it also kind of gets you back into thinking, all right, we have a really nice, the whole narrative changes for the coaching staff going into a week off this win versus if you would drop this one here.
Well, right. I don't know what would have happened. I told the other guys earlier that I've had teams that crumbled after a 3-game losing streak, and these kids haven't. And you know, I don't know what would have happened if it was 4, but you know, they deserve a win. They deserve to have a good weekend after 3 weeks of not being real happy on Saturday and Sundays.
Another tough one next week, BRC.
Well,
top to bottom
it
stuff.
It is. The Big Rivers is, you know, you can't take you. There was a time in my life at a different job I had, a different coaching job, where I could say, okay, guys, we'll see you Friday night for the game, and we wouldn't have to practice. But that was a different school, a different conference, and that doesn't work in a Big Rivers.
A different decade, too.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Rako, I appreciate your time. We'll see you down the road.
Okay, good to see you, buddy.
Chippewa Falls Cardinals defeat the Eau Claire North Huskies. Dave Sparger and I will be back next week right here at Carson Park for the Hudson Raiders, who, as we told you during the broadcast, now tied for first place in the conference with New Richmond, the Hudson Raiders, against the Eau Claire Memorial Old Ames. So that's going to do it for right now. For my color commentator, Dave Sparger, for producer Colin McClowry, I'm Bob Radovich saying good night from Carson Park in Eau Claire. You've been watching Zaleski Sports.